Hi, my name is Tiffany Cameron, Reggae Girlz top striker, and you are watching Ryan LFC YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Big up to all of the people them down in the comment section. Listen, people, the president miss it. He missed the bullet by a inch because, you know, this morning I wake up and the first thing I wake up and I go on YouTube. Normally, I check on my way to work on the bus and I pop up and I see the president is begging for credit. I say, wait the man. This cannot happen in my world. Or it must happen in female. But people, I'm going to share you guys. Share something with you guys. I'm going to share something with you guys. I see the interview. I don't know how I missed this interview. It was 8 months ago. And 8 months ago, it seems like yesterday this happened. And to see the president bawling, begging to the public, say him need credit, him need help. Something is wrong with the people them from the Football Federation. So we will get into it, people. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a long night. It's about 8 minutes to 5 in Jamaica. So big up to all of the men them. Big up people have 17 people. I only have 2 comments already. Come on, people, man. Good evening. Good night to all of you guys out there. All right. So without further ado, we're going to just discuss what the president said, and I don't understand the president and many of the key things that said in that short little clip. I think when I finish do that video, I miss out a lot. I didn't dissect it properly, but hopefully tonight before the game we're going to dissect it. All right, so make sure you guys here to hear it. So without further ado, let's see what the president a big credit. How comes you're a leader of an organization and you out here begging credit? That not sit well with me. You out here fighting for credit. I'm not talking about the digital credit. I'm not talking about the flow credit. And I'm not talking about the lime credit. I'm just talking about credit in general. Credit that make the OJFF go wow. All right. So them love that. All right. So, all right. So let's play it and thing. And I'm going to play the interview with Sidela Marley and thing. Because I find that really strange. Yeah. So, all right. All right. Me a minute, people. Me a minute. Get the thing tuning up and thing. All right.
Jamaican Football Federation have had a kind of relationship now we have never had before. And I tell you, these 3 entities have knocked heads together. And what is the end result? We have created history. And a number of times people say things, probably not derogatory, but say things about each of these entities that are not deserving. JFF don't do nothing. Marlins get more credit than they're due. Reggae Girlz don't do anything. Not true. not true, and I'm saying this publicly and I hope I'm being taken, that each of these entities would have given as much support.
No, big man thing. Big man thing. When him said, I hope this tape, right? I hope this tape that people can hear it. Listen, Jamaican people, the people them have a right for laugh. Because him come and make them tape him and make a fool of himself. Alright? Now, this man, the president, Michael Kitts, said 3 persons supposed to get the credit. The team, not even mention the coach, him say Sidela Mali, the team, and the JFF. Right? And this is the reason why the president is running behind the females team. And in this watch along, we're going to find out every single thing what happened in the last World Cup. Sidela Mali, give it to them. I don't know how I missed this one, but I am going to play the interview with Sidela Mali. All right? Now, you hear what the president just said? You are the organization of the Football Federation and you're out in here begging credit. Clearly, the public not giving them any credit and them feel so bad about it. Even the president have to come and talk about it, but it's not true. Everybody don't know it's true. You understand? The last time them back you up on TV and ask you a few questions, and you say, but under my regime, the Reggae Girlz qualify. And this is going to be in second World Cup. The females them qualifying. So that make him resume look a little bit good. That's why I'm out here begging and balling for the credit. All right.
That would have really awesome to qualify for this tournament. And I personally would have made some decisions that were extremely unpopular, very unpopular. But those decisions have been vindicated right now. Because again, I say we have created history. When I look at my coaching staff, and we seem to take it lightly. And we sometimes seem to think that maybe it's just another achievement, but it's not. And people from all over the globe are appreciating what we have done. And probably we are not even showing them appreciation. It's a terrible. No, I got a call for the last maybe.
I'm John Barnes, and you're watching Talawa TV to Crystal Davis.
So here you go, the clip, guys. I'm going to play
what you call a boutique hotel.
I'm going to play the important interview. I didn't finish watch it, and this is a time for me to watch it with the viewers them and think, because I ask myself, oh, that interview miss me. But yeah, it's going to miss me because it's on American station with American people. So not much Jamaican will see it. You get 500 odd views, right? Coach, big up yourself. Demo J coming in. So Jamaica lose again. Big up yourself, Demo. Big up. Coach, what are you saying about this? The president begging for credit? But listen, this is the most important interview I ever see Sidela Mali do. This is the most important because, you know, when it come on to the JFF, and then 8 months ago when she did that interview here, when the JFF tell her them give away the ball them, right? And then to see the JFF come back 8 months after, say them supposed to get credit. Me I say, no man, I have to start the show live and talk about this. But people, without further ado, I'm going to play the interview. All right, so I'm going to drag it back. I think more want it start at. All right, listen to this, people. Listen to this, people. Listen to this.
Have come and how much you want the people of Jamaica to know. Cedella, for you specifically, you've talked about your history and how you've now become global ambassador and you're launching this football festival and you're raising money for these teams. You're doing so much for them. Taking a look back at how you got to this place, in 2014, you became the global ambassador for the Jamaican women's national football team. How did you fall into that role? How did you get to where you are today?
Well, I remember, guys, this interview done 8 months ago, but many people in the space don't know about this interview. Me myself don't know about this interview. And when me hear the thing them, we shall say in the interview 8 months ago, and then the president have the audacity to come 8 months after and talk about them play a big part in the World Cup. You're going to hear everything. Listen to these people.
You know, you have good accidents. So my youngest, he came home with a flyer, very small flyer, and it was a fundraising event happening. And he was like, "Mom, the coach asked I give this to you to see." And I was like, "What is this?" I said, "What are the Reggae Girlz?" I had no idea what this was. So I called my best cuz and I said, "Let's figure this out." We called the Federation in Jamaica. We asked, "What is this?" They tell us, "What is it? What can we do?" And they told us what we could do. And we said, at the time, I was like, "Okay, no problem." I had no idea. I had no idea. I was like, hoodwinked. Wait, they don't love this as much as we do? What's happening? What's going on? Like, my dad played football forever. You know, as far as I can remember, my dad, if he didn't have the guitar, he had a football, you know, or he had something else, which, you know, whatever. But it's what I knew and what I loved. And so the deeper we got into it, it's the more we were like, oh, okay. It's a bigger issue. Like, it's a gender issue. It becomes a totally different feeling that I got. And then I got angry. A little bit. Yeah, I got a little bit, right? Just a little bit. I got angry because what I was hearing just didn't jive with me. I'm a mother of 3 boys, but I have maybe like 60 nieces. So I am a mother of 60 girls, put it that way. And if anyone had said to them at any time in their lives, you can't do this just because you're a girl, I would have a problem with that, you know? And so that's when we really hyper focus on the real issues. And that's how we're here now, because not much has really changed, you know? And we keep bucking up on the same federations, the same people, the same heads, the same gen sex, the same people who, in my heart, I feel like the progress that we can actually make for women in football, yeah, we get to fight still. But we know who's fighting us, so we kind of go, okay, next, you know? And that's why, yeah, it's brought us here and it's made us stay here. And when people said Jamaica would never qualify for a World Cup, the girls proved them wrong. And it was just really, they did it with little, you know? When you look at the bigger scope of other countries like the USA and the budgets, and our girls did that with very little. So imagine.
Coach Karome, I think a merry-go-round, it's a twist around, stick around for the end of this interview. People, I couldn't believe it, what I'm hearing, but you're going to hear everything. And the president have the audacity to come in on social media, girl them having dinner, and come and talk about credit. You think I did you sell this or a line, bridging? No, you have to earn that. A joke thing, this, Travis. No, sir. Listen to this. You know you're not near. Listen to this. And then money have the audacity to come on TV and talk about them forget credit. Listen to this.
Imagine if we had a little bit more to give to them so they can be better at everything that they want to do on the field. It's, you know, it can be a problem for some other countries.
Not can be. It is.
It is. Yeah, good trouble though.
We keep it very real here on Attacking Third. It is. That's what we talk. We talk about the women's game, and we know that it is. That's a fact, and it has been. I love the conversation that we're having right now, and the honesty that is being discussed about everything right now. Because
hear this now, people.
Sometimes it's not just about.
This is where the ball game changed.
Sometimes it really is about smashing that seat and creating a newer and better one.
Yeah,
right.
Nicer table.
It has been a tough road, you know, for Jamaica, for Reggae Girlz specifically, to find themselves to stay on the field and be able to compete. So let's get a little more specific. What are maybe some of the more current challenges that this team continues to face?
Well, we can tell you about what's happening like right now.
Get your own footballs.
Yeah, right now we say to the federation, okay, we need, how many balls we wanted? 6? 12. They said, well, good luck. And we said, what do you mean good luck? Don't you have them?
Yeah.
And so we're being told, well, we had to give them to the grassroots programs, and we have to give them to this thing, and we have to give, and I'm like, but it's your national team getting ready to take the field. Come on now. Can't you find the balls?
No, and we got to get on this private plane, so we'll see you when we get back.
Stop it.
Well, that's what they did?
They did.
Okay.
So the balls was
real.
one.
She said real.
Get it. The balls was one. Then the next thing now we were our equipment, right?
Which we still don't have all the equipment.
Yeah. So I mean, we get to
it's
fight.
still money. It's still you know what? And I'm learning to be less angry because I've been really angry. Because we really thought, well, first of all, we were naive the first time in Costa Rica because we were like, this stadium is full.
Yeah.
And look at all this. And Costa Rica, this is great. Wait till we get back to Jamaica. It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
And we got back to Jamaica and they're like, well, no, we don't really care.
Yeah,
It's girls. Why don't they go play netball or something?
Tennis.
And we're like,
is good.
Wow,
Swimming.
okay. Like we met with bank leaders and we were like, they're not really that marketable. I was like, they all have college degrees. They'd be so corporate friendly. Have you considered netball? And did Cintillating see the Reggae Boyz? And we're like,
yeah.
Okay, so when they qualified, right? Because first of all, and I love what I love about America is that because it's such a melting pot of international people, especially here in Florida, there were coaches up here who were within the US system who had ties to Jamaica and the Caribbean, and they saw her and they said, well, you know what, we think we can help. And then they started calling other people, strength and conditioning, like Spectrum Sports Performance in Orlando that trains Alex Morgan and all of these people. And they looked at these girls and said, but they deserve better. So, for example, we've had Will Hitzelberger for the last 7 years, you know, creating strategies and training programs for these girls in Jamaica for nothing, you know. So we've had people who just kind of sewed into these girls from all over. You know, and that was the thing that made us feel like, you know, we're doing the right thing and they're getting the shot. And then when they qualified, you know, after we finished like crying and dancing and jumping up and down and stuff, we were like, oh, good. Now everybody will get it because they saw it. And like, well, no, they got it. They got it because they got bonuses and stuff. Then they kept it. And and then the girls still didn't get it.
You hear that, people? Them get the bonus. Them get the money. And the girl them still not get it. Remember, you know, people, this have a company, social media, this have a company, war, television in Jamaica, the girls them need them money from the last World Cup qualify. From the last World Cup, right? Where they play in France. People, the JFF. Hold on, you know what? I don't want nobody say me I put more mouth in the management staff and say that. So me play it and then me give me commentary afterwards. So me listen.
The girls had to, and it was like weird because the other thing is like she's kind of a business person. Like I don't know if people like have seen anything like the Ajax jerseys and like the books and you know like the cookbooks and it's the Skip Marley thing that she does and you know she's got a lot of jobs and she's like really good at business.
But I love this one.
Hear that? Hear that? Me even know say, me did see the Ajax jersey come out and me I say, why Jamaican Football Federation? Why we never have people that think about these things? Actually, Pepper and Travis. When me see the Ajax jersey come out and me I say, you know say, a Jamaica supposed to rock that Ajax jersey there, and the Reggae Boyz can make money on the Reggae Girlz, but not knowing say that Ajax jersey, every touch was Sidela Mali on it. People, me don't even want to say nothing more. Me don't even want, when me I listen to this, I couldn't believe it, Travis, at Chili Pepper. I couldn't believe this Taylor when me I hear. Coach Karoom, I could not believe it. People that think I make it up. People, hit the like button, man. Come on, people. Like up the stream, people. Like up the stream.
Really good at business.
But I love this one.
Yeah, but the thing is, as a businesswoman, the idea that there are businessmen who don't see the no-brainer in this, it's another challenge. You know, so it's like the idea of now taking all of these teams and saying, listen, let's let the world see what you can really do. Let's let America, that has so many people from Costa Rica, from Colombia, see what you guys can do. You know, because Costa Rica is getting ready to host another World Cup.
Yeah.
But, and as a mother of 4 boys, let me say I recognize this because these are things that can really tick you off, right? But the truth of the matter is every man on the planet who is involved in football today, at every level, started out as a little boy on a pitch that he was pretty much taught was his exclusive territory. This is a fact, right? So the most you can hope for with them as adults is that they don't mind sharing it with the girls. But in their mind, it is very much the money, the pitch, the footballs, the GPS equipment is very much theirs to decide to share. And that's not a mindset you can mandate or legislate. You know, after 25 years, the U.S. women's national team is fighting for equal pay. In Jamaica and in Costa Rica and in Peru, and they're fighting for pay and sports bras. Like, really? You do a kit deal, you know you've got 3 women's teams. It doesn't occur to you to say, dude, we're going to need X amount of sports bras every year. So that's just the reality. So the thing is, everything can't be done in a federation level.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is, if a guy does want to do something different, he might run the risk of getting voted out by all the other guys.
So it comes down to changing really the mindset of people and the foundation of how young boys and little boys think of the game of football, and especially little girls, that they belong and that this is a place for them, not to be borrowed from the boys, but that it is equally theirs and equally deserving of them, whether it's the pitch or the balls or anything, or the kits or anything. So Sidela, and when you look at the future of Jamaican women's soccer in 5 years, how do you see that landscape 5 years from now?
I think if we keep doing what we're doing, and it takes a collective, you know, it takes me, you, Sandra, you know, it's going to be a collective. I think we will be dominating the game. I really do.
I think this whole region, like, I don't mean to be funny. I don't mean to be funny. And I say it a lot because I think everybody.
Yes, people. Yes, people. Yeah, Travis. Yeah, the Ajax jersey there, man. It said like food, brother. It said like a hot bread, brother. Ever hear them have mongoose bread? Should be downtown and sell mongoose bread. Back them time there. Mongoose bread. They walk up and down and sell it for $20. Remember mongoose bread. Hot. You understand? And you can eat off a mongoose bread like this for $20. You're alone because we're soft and nice and thing. That's how the Ajax jersey them sell. And the JFF drop the ball and the catch on that. You understand? They drop the ball and the catch on that. And Sidela Mali put that together. You understand? For the Ajax. Ajax. When Sidela Mali come from Jamaica. Where she's supposed to all. But the JFF, them the business. Joke. 8 months ago, Sidela asked them for 6 ball or 12 ball. GPS for put on the girls them foot. People don't know the GPS where you put. This is where the modern day players them have now. Sometimes you see them have a look bib. like it, the baby that look like a what they call it, woman brazier. The nowadays GPS that look like a brazier. Them have a little chip in it where them put on like a brazier, and it right from right so to up so the chip they right in so each time them run, them can tell how much miles them cover, how much ground them cover, how much running them do, and all of them stuff there. So that the JFF don't have. And you know, you have the GPS, you have another one where you strap on by your foot where you run, and to see how much ball you touch, how much time you touch the ball, how much time you run off the ball. It give all of them stats. JFF, the Football Federation, no have none of that. Them back a wall, fresh card. Welcome. Them back a wall. And this is what I tell the people before I get into the rest side, people. 8 months ago, the president of ball said them give away the grassroots. Them make your grassroots nothing, them not have nothing. Each time a tournament done, them give away the ball. Who them give it to? Them friend and company, or them take it and say, okay. Sometimes I see some people in a Reggae Boyz jersey. I say, oh, them people get Reggae Boyz jersey. Them jersey I never sell, but the man them take it out or give them family and friend and whoever forget it. And the real people them move to get the jersey or support the thing, now get the jersey. You understand? So these things what Sidala Mali talk about, I don't know how I miss it. As I say, this interview done with a USA vlogger, right? And to see so many things happen 8 months ago, they want to go into a camp. And the JFF have their heart for coming a ball, but they want credit.
I don't mean to be funny. I don't mean to be funny. And I say it a lot because
I think everybody has a little Jamaican in them.
Well, I like to. I like to.
It's just good.
This is good.
We're everywhere.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, and we're like cultural MSG. That's what I tell people all the time. Like, no, I mean, like a Jamaican pulls up and your food tastes different, your clothes look different, your music sounds different. We are cultural MSG. If Christian Dior, like, I'm sorry, we're cultural MSG. You know, this is a good thing to say, right? But the other thing is, like I said, Costa Rica's number 37. That's no slouch. Mm-hmm. And for the last, and listen, there's a rivalry between these two teams, you know, that they've had from the U17 level. You know, our very nice, mild-mannered Canadian head coach Busby got kicked out of the game against Costa Rica at the U17 level a few years ago. Like, that story made me laugh. I'm like, you? Like, you're not even like allowed. You're like Canadian Jamaican. You're like all night. Yeah. I get kicked out of stuff. Like that's why I'm used to being off camera, because I'm the trouble. I'm not. No, it's on me. It's on me. But the thing is that we can build a seriously competitive region. And it starts like, I don't mean to be funny. All of this is great. The mission is great. Sidella's idea is great. What she's bringing to this is great. But if nobody sees it, who cares? Because who knows? So it does start with the idea of it's a match, it's a game, but it's not really. It's a game changer, because the money from these kind of events, not only does it give exposure to how well these teams can play, but we're bringing both teams in starting on Sunday for a 1-week training camp. Coming out of a pandemic where even if the players have been on club teams and in college teams, they have not had opportunities to get together. And they're getting ready to go into World Cup qualifiers again. So in the midst of this, you know, she's kind of took a shot even before a ticket has been sold and doubled down on this, because she's flying in these two teams, housing them for a week. You know, it's not the pre-pandemic situation where you put them in double rooms and all that. So you're talking 80 people, single rooms times 7.
Yeah, the budget,
the food,
tripled.
You know, and then thank God for Drive Pink Stadium. They also just told us today, because they're training at Drive Pink every day, right? So it's not just
good look, man.
This is one of the top quality training facilities down here. So both of these teams are getting to train at a level that they don't normally get access to unless the U.S. invites them to play somewhere in a tournament. So what we're really trying to create is an environment where any of these teams, and some of them maybe aren't at the She Believes level yet, for example, but in, you know, next year, you could bring in these kind of teams. So if people buy these tickets, if people watch this match on the app, because it's in the season, so even the broadcast deal was hard to get, you know, but this is just the first year, because you got to start somewhere. Yeah. But it starts with buy a ticket, like literally buy a ticket, come watch World Cup quality football, because this is a great initiative. It's all these things, but they can also play. We don't do paper champions around here because she doesn't allow that.
No,
she really doesn't.
Yeah,
you know, at any level.
That's right. It's a competition. You have to
yeah. And the thing is, the reason that they belong, the reason we belong, is because we can play.
Yeah,
it's not a Title IX thing. It's not a let's be equal thing. It's no. A lot of these guys that play in these Sunday clubs and leagues and think they're so great. If we line them up against Allison Swaby and Khadijah Shaw and Tiffany Cameron, you know, there'd be a problem.
We're dropping names now. We're dropping
names. I love it. I got names, you know, but see, that's a beautiful thing. Is that now 7?
All right, people. Here you have it, people. I think them going down a local roadway. I don't want to go down in because this game gone already. As I said, I never finish watch out the full podcast and stuff. I will definitely watch it out, the full podcast. But that's the story of the Reggae Girlz, and it's really kind of mind buzzing to me, and it's difficult. And then you hear these people coming and begging credit and all of them stuff, them man. Go away, man. Go away with this credit begging and all of them stuff, them man, and stuff. All right. So, yeah, people. So, let me know, man. Let me know what do you guys think about what I just played a while ago and stuff. How do you guys process the dialogue and all of them stuff, man. But man, JFF, man, listen, man. This is the thing what you guys need to do to get some credit, right? You guys need to get the Jamaican Premier League up for the females. You need to do more better with the administration. You need to do more better with friendly games, both for the men's and the girls who are under 20. These are the movements you have to do, man. Stop running some little bit of credit, man. Them credit, you know, this is the reason why the president went go to Colorado the other day, you know, for 1 week, you know. Run for go itch up on the girls. The girls them all right. The girls them in a better situation right now than the man them. The girls them put in a lot of work. Management, if you listen to Sidela Mali, not just she doing her stuff. A lot of people are around her, you know, crying the weight, doing the job. You understand? Every successful people always surround themselves with great staff and great people around them. You know what I mean? Every successful business person always have a team around them. It's not just them alone. And the coaching staff, the coaching staff, shame and the JFF, man, going around begging credit, man. So people, we're really done with the JFF thing right now and thing. But this game against Costa Rica, people, a massive game, big game, people, big game. Bonnie Shaw have the opportunity, people. Yes, man. Bonnie Shaw have the opportunity to do it, you know, do it for the country, do it for our teammates, do it for herself. Listen, if Bonnie Shaw can score at least one more goal, people, she will definitely can. Depends on how the Canadian games finish. You know what I mean? So let us see what's going to happen in that one, man. But I'm really crying Bonnie Shaw to win the top goal scorer. You know what I mean? That would be good. That would be a very good, big achievement. Surely Bonnie Shaw set them ambition already. And to see it it's coming true, you remember, people, you have to give her a lot of credit, man. So yeah. Bonnie Shaw. Listen, people, it's a game that when we on this Costa Rica team met all the time, it always been a close one. It's going to be a difficult one. But I really trust the process with this team. Bonnie Shaw is in the starting lineup back, and I tell you guys, once Bonnie is back in the lineup, Jamaica look much better going forward, Chavez. So let us see if I can do something. Just a second. People, in the meantime, people, If you haven't liked the video, people, like the video, people. Come on, people. Smash the like button. Alright? Smash the like button. Today is when Monday. So Bunny Shot to put on a show tonight, people. Bunny Shot to put on a damn good show tonight. You know what I mean? To set the world is on fire, man. Alright, people. Bunny Shot is on fire right now. Alright, let's get off 2 missed calls. So let's give back Coach Karome. I call back people. Coach Karome good all out. Yeah. Yeah. So people, in that same video, you know, people, I guess who I see at the farmer coach Busby at the dinner last night and stuff with the Reggae Girlz. What do you guys think about that, man? I believe that's at some point this guy going to be a part of the coaching staff going forward. I don't know, my brain just tell me that, you know, to see this man, they ridicule this man and stuff, and him still being around the females, still being around the team, and all of them stuff, the man. That, like, what do you guys think about that? One thing for sure, man, the girls them love him. Girls them really love him, man. It's not an easy road, people. People smash the like button, people. Coach, good evening.
LFC.
Well, go on. Everything good?
Proud, you know.
You say proud?
Oh, yeah, man. What you talking about, man?
You know, most
University, you still find a way.
You know, most proud, man.
How team we are trying to qualify from the year start?
Wally.
17, under 19. Male senior team. Male under 20. Yeah, man, I feel now you have 5 teams and we get one of them out of them. A good luck through adversity.
Repeat that again.
Through adversity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The girl them have spoken. They speak and they have spoken. And you see the result after they have spoken.
Yeah. That's a good look, coach.
It's a good look. You understand? In more than one aspect of it, but a whole heap of things need to happen still. You understand?
Yeah.
But the good thing about it, there's a good look. We need to get back the woman program back on street. The girls them start playing back out here. You understand?
Yeah, $1 million, $1 million for qualify for the World Cup. You know, about a region that them again.
For qualify for the Women World Cup, you get $1 million?
Almost $1 million, but almost $1 million them get by the time they don't get.
I hope it go to
good use.
And thing. Yeah, well.
You think them for just spend it on the females team and not put the money on the men's team? Waiting. Should the females' money stay one part and the men's money stay one part? You think them for do that?
That would be the ideal thing to do, but based on our climate in Jamaica where the overhead and the cost that them have to pay for X and Y. What I want to say at me is more support for the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because if they qualify through this adversity, imagine if them get more support and more and that strength we can push forward. that be really more interesting to see. You can put it to the ladies, but at the same time, the male need assistance. What you're going to do? Just leave it. It's a difficult question to answer. But what I would like to see is support from all aspects for all of the different aspects of the sports where we have the age group or the senior teams. What these girls have shown, we are little but with Talawa.
Yeah.
You understand? And as you're back against the wall, you'll find the will to get over that because you went 2 weeks and you don't even play a practice match. You're playing your first game in a tournament, your first practice and your first competitive game in a
tournament
competition. So
against the host nation.
Tournament. Thanks to the host nation, and then you have America for play, and then you go play 80 where they're on fire and you stop them in a them track. You have to get them props and then you go play a cat. And try get the thing together.
Yeah.
And we not game to the we can at least try qualify for the Olympics.
Yeah.
So
big achievement that.
Sweetness in the mood. Yeah, man, at woman time in the last night 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
100 meter.
Yeah.
They be busy who they come first, second, and third. A woman time, I see the male them kind of depend on dim.
Yeah.
We have to support the woman them, no matter hurt,
Yeah. You have to give them support, man.
Yeah, man. So we give them props. I feel them and them are rain, Hey, let me give you an example. The supervisor asked me to get a youngster, but he must have some science subject for a particular thing at my office. I'm not exaggerate. A 3 lady I find. I can't find no male.
And
maybe I'm not looking at the right place. It's 3 female. I have to go to him and say, you have to try one of them lady, True, it incorporate lifting things and so forth and so forth.
Yeah.
We need a lab technician, but the person have to be able to can lift things.
Yeah.
And I can't find no male. We're not science subject. For when I want. Just somebody young just come out of high school and,
Yeah.
Look, a little job say to start and gradually can build on. It's 3 female I find. A woman time, me work with them.
Yeah. For real. But coach, what you feel about I don't know, man, like this kind of rub me a wrong way when the president come out and a ball for credit.
I don't even want to say anything because he have to do what he have to do.
Yeah, but credit for what? You're the head of the organization of the football. How it reach a part they all look credit.
Ryan, in reality, what else you expect? It's sad, but it's just the harsh reality of it. That is how they go about doing things. You understand? The reality. It's hard. It's like water full of your eye.
I can't believe where the man say him a big credit.
But I don't know. But it's like I don't say anything because I say, why Ryan right now?
At first, me ever ask you something, coach, he can't even find an answer. It's stutter.
You see, it's like we're not looking at the thing with growth. Think about we qualify for your World Cup and you get $1 million. Approximately that. So imagine what can be done if you do the right thing as much as possible. Not to say you're going to qualify for every World Cup for every team, but do the right thing.
Yeah.
Just try to do the right thing. So the youngster, them and the future that we have, them have a hope. You here, you have your youth, them come up and you know what happening out here. Not for the youngster, them need a hope. Not for the female, them need a hope. And that happened for the senior female girls, give the young lady them. Give even my daughter hope. Because I see she have on a jersey now, I never hear. I never say her son there, boy, I have on jersey. She show Reggae Girlz qualified. I mean, say, you know about football? She don't know, but she does give her a hope.
Yeah.
She has a sense of hope. Not hope road, hope. Reality, right?
But
I say the president, them have to go do what they have to do.
Can't believe still, but coach, me ask you still, but what kind of so much bills them have for pay away? Them get so much money all the time, and it just like me not understand. Who continue our bills and all of them stuff there? And it a take from the football.
I don't know. Ryan, it leave you with more question and answers because it seems like if we even give them a house of money, we're still going to be owing. You understand? So, but the thing about it for me personally right now, we just feel joyful to know that me have a World Cup.
Yeah, you have a World Cup.
Watch, to see, me can see my nation play. Give me goosebumps.
Yeah.
We never, as a coach football and the sport, and we never really followed the woman game. But until about 2018, 19, when them started actually seeing like we have a chance, it's take more notice of the ladies and so forth. And as I said to you, maybe in previous talking, if you want to learn the game, watch woman game, watch how the woman them play. The European Championship playing now in Europe, in England. And at the time I watch the games them and you see how they move and the pattern of play, and it's interesting. Them doing a lot. And you can actually watch a female them playing now. Playing like real playing, not just one type of football, kick the ball and no.
Pattern. Putting down the ball and passing the ball.
Man, them a play football, man. You understand? Nice. So when you look on the Jamaican team and how we play, we have a pattern to our play. We try get it up early, try play for the second ball, and then we play from there. We might be not one of the most technical sound team, but them know what them trying to do.
Yeah.
You understand? The issue is we're not like the US and the Canada where have surplus of talent. So what we need to do is to try gradually over the time that try find 2 or 3 more Carter and Bonisha, Brown, because them getting older. You understand?
Yeah.
And we need to have that cycle, that continuation. Because Ryan is back-to-back World Cup, you know.
I can't believe so back-to-back World Cup.
Me look to see the Prime Minister make that speech and say no, it's a public holiday tomorrow. You understand? And then a normal fleet them do. If it was a meal, we'd have talked about it enormously and round this everywhere around. Them do that super thing them do, you know.
Yeah. For sure, coach, as a local nation as us.
You go Mexico. I'm think you can go to Mexico and beat the host in them first game at home. And then at the same time end up in adversity again after beat 80. To at least a great thing. And them not do it in a dying moment, full of easy.
Easy.
Like taking candy from baby.
Yeah, for real, coach.
Yeah, man, you have to give them props, and then after you get humiliated against USA 5-0,
yeah,
you rebound and find that energy and that zest to get back that vibes for beat 18. No, man, you have to give the coaching staff and the players them a whole heap of respect.
For real, coach. For real, man.
Coach Karumi, that?
Yeah.
Coach Karumi, can you hear me? Good night, Coach Karumi.
Coach now here, you know, say, coach, I have a guest on the show, you know. The reason boss, Richard, and thing. But I tell him, say, I'm not here, but weekend, I go buy something for sort out that and things. So, next time, Coach Karum online, you can go hear him. See, Richard?
Respect. I can hear the sunshine in Coach Karumi's voice, an enormous sense of pride in the Reggae Girlz. So big him up for me and tell him keep on supporting as the 12th man. Big him up.
Yeah.
You gotta keep on having this up and down. People more questioning why them have this to pay and why do we have so much bills to pay, and
yeah.
I think 2022, now we think we should have passed that stage. It's all in our football back.
For true, man. All right, cool.
Man, so until
Yeah,
we can do that.
I don't see we doing that for the near future right now, coach. Just hope.
Hope. I come like a hope road.
Yeah, it's hope. It's hope, coach. It's hope.
But we think we can get the best of this Costa Rican thing.
Definitely, man. Like me always tell people, once Bonisha is very fit and strong, I think we look much. No, man. The coach just rest her because this is all my observation. More watch a coach. Like the USA game, like he already give up as a listen. Him not gonna be USA and him not gonna beat Canada. And in reality, him know that and him know this team very well. Him coach in America. So you rest Bonisha, although she played 3 games before that Canada game, 90 minutes, and you know you're a big star, you want to give her a little bit of rest. Coming into this one, you have a chance to qualify for the Olympic, and for her Bonisha fit and ready. She can win the game by herself today. You understand? Once you play through the line, through the Carter, Jody will need to step up in that game. Her having been proving herself against a bigger nation them. I need to see more from her. You know what I mean? She definitely can give us more. Through the Carter.
I never see the young. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, coach.
To the young lady when named Wilshire.
Wilshire.
I think she play left back.
Yeah, man. Tierney Wilshire.
Tierney Wilshire, man. Tierney Wilshire.
Yeah, me like that girl.
Yeah.
Let me tell you who I like all of them, you know. You understand? But me like Wilshire, me like Murray, and me like Jules Spence. Them people kick people. Me like them 3 girlie. Them kick people.
Yeah.
More around at the back, you can't pass her so easy. She throw her body upon you. Small as she is and like she blick out, but you can't beat her so easy.
Yeah.
At left back, Wilshire, when me see her play, it's not a easy right. And in a midfield, you have to have Jules Spence. Me like her aggression and her temperament. You understand? So, you have some nice players, you know. Have some nice players. You understand?
Yeah.
And as you say, the coach, you see, USA, there is 2 levels in a Concacaf, and that's the reality. The USA and
Canada
are different.
Coach, you still there?
Yeah.
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 You want to finish a point there? Are you left me?
No, man, I say it's 2. The reality is 2 levels. Everybody else have play catch up in a Concacaf to those 2 teams. So where the coach do maybe him gamble and him gamble right because not having Bonisha in the Canada game, you can see where we lose that impetus up top. Maybe my gamble to get so I can a fresh Bonisha against Costa Rica.
Can create havoc.
Yeah, man, because sometimes you have to gamble. All it is about gambling, you know. Clap play high up the pitch is a gamble. Chan dice play low press is a gamble. So everything that gambler is a risk. So nothing is a one-trap mind where you say you do this, you're gonna get the result. If that was the case, everybody win trophy all the while.
Yeah. So where say anyway that sports barely get our passport. Really want to see that Liverpool midfielder girl there, you know. Yeah, but anyway, coach, big up yourself, man. Thanks, Virgin, for giving me your input and thing.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, anytime you want. All the best.
All right.
Best to your callers,
yeah, man, big up. Who that? Coach Boris Johnson, the man that I haven't seen for long. But people, Coach Boris Johnson, right now, big up yourself to you and your family and stuff. I have my special guest, the man himself, Mr. Richard. But before me introduce Richard, people, anyway, that sports, Coach Boris Johnson, News TV, all of you guys right now. The link pinned in the comment section. Listen, subscribe to the Reason Boss. People, I guarantee you, I guarantee you if you subscribe to Richie Sports, Richard, you will definitely enjoy the content we have over there. So I want you guys to go. Just click on that link in the comment section right now. It take you to there and just subscribe to him channel. I'm sure him some love. Just comment on him last video where him do and say, listen, this is Ryan LFC sending you over here. So, Boris Johnson, I know you love the football, brother, but click on that link and it take you over to Richard and Boss. But listen to him reason. But Richard, good evening, sir. How are you doing, man?
Blessed. It's been one of the hottest days on the calendar in London and England, 40 degrees. So it's been Jamaican type conditions. So no problems as far as I'm concerned, but hot, very little breeze, but we give thanks and praise every time.
Most definitely, man. I have almost 14 minutes before the game kick off. Seriously, I want to ask you this question before we get into the match. Richie, the JFF president balling for credit. Do you think they're feeling the heat of the fans say no credit for them, or JFF just going to beat JFF? What do you feel about the president balling for credit?
You see, Ryan, you have been involved with Jamaican football longer than myself. From the time I've been involved and checked out how them flex, the words, there's two words: no shame. No shame. It's as simple as that, as far as I see it. Mr. Ricketts, to be fair, has been called a very nice man. A very, very nice man. A really, really nice man. But you know something? Niceness doesn't necessarily cut it when we're talking about competency, transparency, accountability, dignity, respect. Need I go on? He can be a very, 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 very nice man. But no shame. No shame. The Reggae Girlz have strove to achieve what they've achieved despite the best efforts. And when I say best, I mean the worst efforts of the JFF. And seeing the video there, I only needed to see it once. I didn't need to see the video twice. As the ladies were congregated around the table and Mr. Ricketts, the nerve, the audacity. The nerve, I say, the audacity to be given a toast, a speech, suggesting that the JFF and him particularly have gone out of their way, have made decisions that have been seen as unpopular in some people's eyes, but it was all come up roses. Listen, my wife passed me a few minutes ago, and I was gonna look a game of badminton in the walkway with my little son, and she said something. She said something smells frownsy. No, something smells frownsy. I said, hold on, darling. Oh, me can't take it, you know. Oh, I mean, I'm my little son. Which one? Name it. Time hot. Play badminton. Something smells frownsy, Mr. Ricketts. Mr. Ricketts. No shame. No shame.
People, you see why we never go over Richard, go subscribe to him channel. The link pinned in the comments. People, we need at least 50 subscribers tonight. Just tonight alone. People, I want you guys to just click on the link and go over there, go support Richard. Him drop him first official video. Him going to talk about everything according to sports for Jamaica. And sometimes him probably touch on the England team, because you know him from England and thing. But you mostly are going to get Jamaican raw conversation, raw, honestly, everything you're going to get from Richard. So click on it, people. I just check it a while ago. Just 2 persons subscribe. People, we have 53 of you guys in the chat. Come on. Get that up. Run up the like button, people. But Richie, seriously, bro, like, I don't know when him say three persons supposed to get credit. The team, Cedella Marley, and the JFF. Virgin, the world know that this man and the JFF haven't done nothing to get credit for. You understand? And it just shame, man. It just show that them man will do anything just to get the credit. Like, you know what that going to do for Ricky? Last time, them back him up on TV in Richard and say, listen, he has been doing poor and all of them stuff there. Him say, the Reggae Girlz qualified for the last World Cup and he were a major part of that. While them have Cedella Marley outside of the stadium looking through the fence to meet the girls and stuff. While the man them Paris Association travel world class, first class, non-stop, while the girls have to make 2 trips. Remember, you know, when national team went to the World Cup, you know, 2 trips them have to make. Also, I think 15 go on one plane and another one go up on another plane, another reset of stuff and coaching staff go up on another plane. I would just qualify for the World Cup. And then the man them have the audacity for hold on the girls and for bonus for them and the thing. 8 months ago, Cedella Marley and them a war for just to get 6 ball. And the JFF said them give away the ball them to grassroots program. GPS, no GPS and all of them. I just played the interview a while ago. And then 8 months after this man I said them do everything and they want them credit. Coach Boris Johnson, you know who is Coach Boris Johnson?
Me don't know Boris Johnson. But big up, Mr. Blessing, Sir Richards, everything blessed. But Boris Johnson, we know whoever a former Prime Minister.
No, man, this is the right, not the Prime Minister, but this is the right Prime Minister. Boris Johnson, Coach Waterhouse, play for Jamaica. He's running a part of the academy, IMG or something like so, one of the biggest academy in Florida. He's a part of the coaching staff. He coached me at high school at Excelsior, get the best out of me as a goalkeeper. I don't think no other coach get the best out of me. You know, every day after training, whole heap of hard work and all of them stuff done. You know, play for Aberview, win the Premier League Aberview, win it to the Waterhouse. So one of them top players. They represent for Jamaica many times. And the last under 17 team that qualified for the World Cup, he's the one who done change some of these players and find some of these players for the Football Federation. So my coach at Boris Johnson, big up yourself, coach. No love and respect. Coach asks, him say him not think the JFF president serious, but yeah, but anyway, that's for another day about this crediting with the federation. But we have an important game tonight. You know, we want to expand Uban different from the World Cup. We want to play in this Olympic couple years from now, or I think a year ago. After the World Cup, then you have the Olympic. Yeah, after the World Cup next year, the Jamaican girl will play the Olympic. How important for the team to qualify for this Olympic?
Very important. Very important. Some people might say it's cherry on top of the cake because the number one mission was to qualify for back-to-back World Cups. That has been successfully achieved, as Coach Kurumi said. It was a tumultuous campaign, a rocky road campaign, through the highs of Mexico, the lows of the American game, and back to the highs of the Haiti game when they bounced back from adversity and produced an assured performance to secure a successful World Cup berth. This opportunity to make the Olympics, it's drawn out, it's convoluted. Tonight, they've got to cross that first bridge by meeting and beating Costa Rica. It's not a gimme. It's not a gimme by no stretch of the imagination. It's a great fillip to have Bunny Shaw back in the team. She is a world-class striker, a very visible presence, a danger to many an opponent. And that will be important. I think the Reggae Girlz have got a lot of growing to do. It's going to be a tough task, I think, to make it to the Olympics. I'm not going to put too much pressure on them, but if they are ambitious and they want to grow, they're perfect as they are, but there was always room for improvement. And to beat Costa Rica, that's not the end of the journey. In all likelihood, in all likelihood, they will then have to face Canada or America to win that right to be in Paris in 2023. It would be fantastic. Jamaica's never done it before, so that would be history in the making. I wish them all the very best, but there will be no excuses guaranteed. No excuses guaranteed. This is the high end of competitive women's football. No quota should be asked and none should be given. I've got a question for you though, Ryan. I'm a sports fan right across the board. Athletics, football, rugby union. There's a team called the All Blacks. I don't know if you're familiar with the All Blacks, New Zealand's famous rugby union team. They have been one of the most successful teams ever in the history of sport. However, they're going for a rough patch. I believe that they've got the wrong coach at the helm. He is not inspiring this team. He's not motivating them. He's not providing, in my opinion, the right tactics for them to express themselves. And the team look like they're at 6s and 7s. You said that Boris Johnson is one of the best coaches you've encountered. We've got Lone Donaldson. We've had Vin Blaine at the helm of the Reggae Girlz. Ryan, what makes, viewers and subscribers, Coach Karumi, if you're still listening, Ryan, what makes a successful quality coach that can bring out the very best in a player such as yourself? And here's the rub, and you can shed some particular light on this. If you don't have confidence in a coach in terms of what they're doing to bring out the best of you, if you don't feel they've got the tactical acumen, you don't trust them, you don't rate them, they don't inspire you to run through a brick wall, how easy is it for you as an individual or a group of players to call a spade a spade? And can players actually make a difference? Can they make a difference between themselves and say, you know what? I remember when Tapper was at the helm, the said man. And I used to ask the question, I used to wonder, and I was optimistic that the players that were going to be brought in from England would use their experience to say, get together and say, look here, make we play some ball, because the gaffer, these tactics that he's giving us, uninspiring, strictly A and B. We want some flavor. We know how to play give and go. We know how to move off the ball. We know how to use triangular movements. Let's play some ball. Some people said that was mutiny. Some people, I think Formula Sports, you remember Formula? I don't know if you're listening, but Formula said a mutiny, Richard, yeah, suggest. I said, no. Far from it. I'm just saying the players have got quality. They know a duffer when they see one. If the coach is not inspiring and producing the requisite determination, desire, inspiration, he's not a Klopp, he's not a Tuchel, he's not a Ancelotti, he's not, a Pep. What can the players do? Can the players say, you know what, Gaffer? Can you instigate a change, or is it just strictly respect and you say, well, watch out, the coach give us instructions, all we meant to do is put on our Ganzi, carry out the instructions as best as we can, and make the cards fall where they may. What's your take, Ryan?
So, okay, every great team need a great coach. You understand what I mean by that? Every great team need a great coach. You understand?
I'm hearing you. Some people might be questioning. Some people, every great team needs
a great
coach. We're listening. Right. Oh, go ahead.
Follow me.
Proceed.
Manchester United now them dominance. Great coach. Manchester City them dominant. Great coach. Barcelona in their dominance. Great coach. Pep Guardiola, City, Pep Guardiola, Alex Ferguson, Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp. You can't show Bill Shankin and bad pace. But I'm not going so too far. I'm talking about the right now, what people understand. So I don't want to go back too far with some of these long time coach.
Keep it modern.
Right?
Go on, Joe. Modern. Yeah, man.
The coach Enrique, very good coach at the time at Barcelona when Neymar, Messi, and Suarez. Great team, need great coach. You know what great coach do? As bad as thing, you think great player can think and know it all for themselves. They need that person behind them. So listen, gentlemen, it's going wrong this way. Follow my way. Follow this way. Guide them. Teach them. Just like you have a son and your daughter. They're good, they know the schoolwork, but you as the great parents behind them to make sure that them go to that next level. If you even look at Carlo Ancelotti, Real Madrid, great coach, great team. If you look at Zidane, good man management. He know how to manage player. You understand? You have some people, you have some coach are good at man management player. I have some coach are good at coaching. It's two different things. The ego, Carlo Ancelotti, not a great tactical person, but a great man management. He know to get the best out of him best player. Them. Coach Topper Whitmore, most of the time when I hear him spoke, most of the time when player in the dressing room tell me, I say, what's all the team talk with Coach Theodore Whitmore? Listen, I've been to the World Cup 98. You guys can't do it. We can't do it. Topper is a good we mean to motivate the player them. But talk about 98. But what he have achieved different from 98. We can tell the player them. Me even Paul, I look at Smith it the other day. Oh, gentleman, if you haven't been here, the reason why I call you, because you can go to the World Cup. Just like 98 want to create history. But what else you can tell a player different from that 98 World Cup? Player look up to you as them father. Many people don't understand. They look at you to get the information. Yeah, I know the game start, people. Yeah, I need to get the thing then. But Richard, simple as it take, coaching have to do a lot with these teams. You understand? No matter how great the team are, they still need a good coach. And for me, Jamaican team haven't been coached for a long time. Kind of see just a little bit with Coach Paula right now. With the team, or building up and still, but we're still a far miles away. It's going to take a lot of work. This Reggae Girlz team, what they have together, they have a good chemistry. 12 of the players them that play in the last World Cup currently in this team, playing in this team. So they have chemistry together, and then they don't change that much. Even them starting lineup, they keep it with the same players, them they don't change up much. And even when you look at the pool, when they still calling from this, so they don't do like the man's team call 5, 6 different players, try to give them debut in a one World Cup qualify. No, they don't do that. Structure. And I think that's where Jamaica lack right now. We need a coach. We can coach. We don't need a man management. When you have a man management, we still got a problem with coaching. We need a coach who are going to do the day-to-day where him go coach. You understand? Yeah, that's what we need right now. Manager is very important right now. That's why Manchester United is struggling. They have all the monies in the world. People think when they have money, it can solve all their problems. The richest people, they have problems, said we. And they have money, right? Money alone can't solve it. But if you don't have a good, proper structure and all of them stuff, they are going to fail. After have a structure where you give to your youth. Richard, my youth, them got them bed certain time, them eat certain time, them brush them teeth certain time, them take them books certain time. If you don't have a structure and it all over the place, where you going to give the youth them to build on? When you call the national team, what we call the youth them? A new player come, do we have a piece of book? This is how we play, email him. This is how we want from you. That's what we want from you. No. We don't have a structure for say. Boris Johnson, he give us about 4 or 5 different pieces of paper when I'm coming in as the head coach of Excelsior. It have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. If plan A in our we go to plan B. If the team, we go back to A, and if them come similar to them, we go to C, we change it up. You have different way, you have high press, you have low press. We press as a team. You understand? This team, the press as a team, and all of them stuff. So we have a long way to go, Richard. May I tell you, because back in the days when I press was just coming in, I learned that you have to press as a team. So the trigger head start from either the midfielder or the striker. You understand? The striker lead it, and then you have the holding midfielder. So we call it the holding midfielder. Gentleman, we press I. We are close the angle. We are close the triangle. Put them in a one corner we want them. And everybody come together. Close the pitch and them. Boris Johnson, bro, I have never learned so much under a coach. But you see this blackboard thing when I'm going to bring come a couple months from now when we get the blackboard.
You hear about this? Yeah, man.
He's the one who I learned so much of the him and Coach Alleman where I learned so much blackboard work. When the season began, that's when we do more blackboard work. We cannot change because the match is like every 2 days, every 3 days, and all of them stuff there. So the blackboard work, that's where I love. And you're gonna see a different side of me. I said, John, Ryan, you have that side of me. But I want to learn. You understand? And when I think with the Jamaican women's team, though, they don't close anger. They don't stop the square from coming inside the box. Same thing with the man them. Bro, anytime I get my blackboard, you're gonna see me go in depth and show you what we are doing. And that's why my question the person who is being the video analyst, either the coach not take the instruction or the coach not, or somebody not take the instruction, all right? But people, if you want to watch the game, message me up on Instagram. Message me up on Instagram right now, and I will forward the link to you guys. All right? Message me. But people, hit the like button, people. If you want to watch a game, people, message me up on Instagram, and I will provide a link for you guys.
Who that? I'm gonna make a move and check out the game myself. Mr. Boris Johnson, I can see that you've
live. Yesterday's technology can no longer stop them, but they
what
can.
is?
Blackwood.
At the game, man.
Boris Johnson, I see your comments in the comment section. No effort or time put into developing the core skills for the game, therefore problems. So similar to what Ryan is alluding to. So
you see,
I think
it's a
coaching
preparation.
plays a big part.
You see,
yeah, man.
Boris Johnson, when it comes on to preparation, one of the best coach. When it comes on to put it together as a team, many times I talk to coaches and them say I'm the right man to prepare a team to go to tournament. Even when I'm a coach at Whitehouse, the chef start to mess him over. The owner of them start him just walk away. Preparation is the key, and that a woman know about Richard. Has never prepared for a season like when him a coach me. Every evening, sometime when me reach up right out to the step I go in at the house, in at the damp and school. Rima! Come. Then time I reach close. I said, yeah. But I know so when the Manning Cup season start, Richard, every single person talk about me. Him have some of the clip them, him have some of the video them, but him no want to give me them. Him give me them already, you know, but my last them as a youngster. And him say, no, you want to come out with them for last them. Coach, I know star, coach. You need to give me some of them. Give me back for the highline and show the people them, Bridget.
It sounds like you appreciate, valued, and are keen to impart the importance of coaching and preparation. I think it's absolutely vital. I think it's vital. It's a fundamental. I can see Travis in the section say it's all about the coaching. When you've got that, it can reflect and you can see it in the players and how they play. It disseminates right through the team, and that can only be good for a Reggae Girlz team and any of our representative teams. Game of Gummy here said Costa Rica almost missed a goal. I want to tune in and see what's going on, you know. Make some close eye contact and inspection. Thanks for bigging up Rich Post Sports, by the way. Yeah, man. Rich Post Sports.
People go over there, go show some love and support, man.
Canada was sat in a little bit deeper of a block, didn't give up space in behind. Well, now they're playing.
Come on, Bonnie Shaw. Put them away, come on, you be the top goal scorer for this game, man.
Trying to squeeze and pressure in a mid block. It's going to give up space. in
Prince, heal up.
ball.
Bunny the boat. Respect. Guidance here, Ryan. Movements.
Yeah, man. Enough love, enough respect, man.
Yeah, man. Every time.
Yeah.
Can play this way come next summer because he's only been working with them for a month. Yes, they know him and they trust
What are you going
him.
to do?
But he
What are
was
you going
pretty
to do?
adamant. Like they weren't fit coming into this camp, and so a lot of it has been working. How much can I get out of this group?
Come on, Jamaica. Nobody with the fool in this shit, man.
Of the roster, Shaw not playing in the last game before leading into this one. Now Shaw on the ball, just trying to keep possession and
We beat them people. If I see we have the position, we have comfortable at our feet. Me know we have to beat that team.
There has to be a balance of just going and counterattacking Costa Rica's possession and
Come on, Jamaica.
formation to
Keep it going, man.
right. There are moments where we can't counter every single time because that's how we're going to be in about 20 minutes, just on the ground, exhausted.
And Captain Alvarado's called for that one against Primus. Take a little look, as little creativity there from the attacking center midfielder, drawing the foul as well.
I love it. I mean, I wouldn't want to get hit like that,
No.
but I like
You
the little
didn't like
touch
that?
there from Primus.
Smash the like button, people. Come on, man. How are you doing, sweetheart? How is the day going? What's up? How the family? Haven't seen you from the stream start, so I know you're busy. We're coming from work. What's up? What's up? How are you doing?
This one will go a little bit behind the back line. Shaw now keeping it alive.
Where you watching from, though, sweetheart?
Still alive in the penalty area. Now to Carter. It's Primus with the opportunity. Spins. And that was a close one there in the penalty area. Some appeals from Jamaica.
Come on, Jamaica. Let's beat up them.
Shaw again in the wide space. The underlap to Trudy Carter. Defended by two. Shaw with the service. This one to the back post. It'll be Brown.
Oh, you're watching from New York. Wow. What is like in New York right now? What is the heat over there in New York? Today is very hot in Toronto, man. Yeah, man. I would love to go to New York. One of them, New York or Florida or Atlanta.
Get numbers forward and then counter press a couple of times. I think if it was scored there, it would have been offside on Allison Swaby.
Alison
That's one
Swaby.
of the things that is going to be really beneficial for Jamaica. They do get a free kick to counter press and use those moments as they flood numbers forward to regain possession and make it uncomfortable for Costa Rica.
Chichilla chasing after this one. We're in the 12th minute from Monterrey, Mexico. I'm Casey White alongside Jordan.
Come on, Jamaica. Let's put it.
Between these two teams, it really open so far, as you mentioned, going very end to end, not playing in those low blocks that we've seen against other opponents. So should be an exciting evening.
Yeah. Listen, it was a lot of rain this morning on my way to work too. We're going to have rain tonight too. Them say all week rain. A lot of people has been flooding out in some part in Canada. So let us see what's going to happen, man. But New York badness.
So they knew that how important this game was because
So you're just coming in from work?
So they come into this a little bit more refreshed, I think, even than going into that semifinal.
Come on, Jamaica. We have a lot of legs, man.
Quick tournament.
Where can we watch the game, Ryan? Oh, what is this? This has not made available in your country. You know, I'm watching it on the YouTube channel right now, but them a tell me say I can't watch it in my country. I'm just watch a game a while ago, but I know what, my man. Me way name there. I change my VPN, you know. Yo, very easy, man. Change your VPN and thing. Oh shit, they must say I'm out of data. Oh my god. Today I turn it on. Today I put it on so early. So I run out of data. Upgrade, let me see. Yeah. Man, my data run out, man. Let me see something. See if I can try something. Yeah. Jano. My data run out, people. I watched a game a while ago, but big up to all of the people them down in the comment section. People, smash the like button, people. Come on, people. Smash that like button for me. So, people, if you want to watch a game, people, I will send you a link. I will send you a link. So me I try to find our next link. So people, smash the like button, people. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. My data run out for me. Hello?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you sound like you're pregnant, sir.
oh, pregnancy for son, me that sleep, me sick.
Oh, I'm telling you, alright?
I have COVID.
Oh, you have COVID. No, second time now you have COVID.
About the third time, sir, I never made that vaccine for.
Hush. But me need a link for the game. You have no link?
No. Something. His goal now work.
Try find it for me. I'm up on the live.
Alright.
Yeah. John, my data run out, people, man. Data run out. What do you mean? What happened? Stretch, man. Stretch out your arms, man. People, me a minute until me get my link there. And my computer lock. Channel star, people. Think me turn on the thing too early to them. I turn on the thing from both. Cha. Man, no star. Like, Jano. Alright, so let us see if this one work. Jamaica versus.
If Granados can keep fighting her way in these half spaces at the edge of the box through little flicks, either in combination play with Celeste, it then allows her to then get in the box.
Alright. Thank you, Shem, for the link. People, if the link when I send on the car, brother, I'm sorry for you, brother.
That target forward. She's done a really good job. This Costa Rican squad.
Costa Rica just stepping a little bit higher up. It'll be a throw in deep in the end for Blackwood. Get under a lot of pressure. It looks like it will go the way of Costa Rica as Raquel Rodriguez will leave it.
Thing that Concacaf, man. Concacaf need to do better, man. You guys want to improve the game, man. You need to
Back to Guillen on the left foot. We'll go with the early cross, but Drew Spence there to get the initial clearance. We're in the 21st minute. Costa Rica versus Jamaica in this third place game of Concacaf W Championship as Blackwood put under immediate pressure from Herrera.
come on, Blackwood, man.
Well dealt with by Blackwood. And again, that will go across the line for a goal kick. Both of these teams playing for a right to continue their journey to the 2024 Olympics in Paris. They will play the losing team between the game later this evening between the United States and Canada. So another great game coming up after this. And those two teams, the losing team from that game and the winner here, will play in that home and home playoff in 2023.
Come on, Jamaica. We can beat them girl here. Them girl better than we, man.
It's hard there for Blackwood because she's under so much pressure, but that's the ball where if she just overplays it, if she's going to miss it, it would be better to play it over the back line of Costa Rica than to play it in that gap centrally, because now Costa Rica just wins it back, and here they are in possession, coming the other way, or at least with numbers still forward in good attacking positions.
Just turn the back lines back just a little bit.
Yeah.
Spence coming through, looking to spring Shaw. And that one tackled out. Both players appealing for it, and it looks like it will go for a corner kick as Villalobos was the one tracking.
Yeah, I put my hand up too. It's off the other player, always.
You got to.
I do think that hit off of Bunny Shaw last.
Sure
It
looks
looked like they
doesn't
were
it?
going to defend a corner kick, so Shaw might have gotten nope.
Oh,
it
they
is a
did
goal
check
kick. Good
it.
call there.
Hello?
You can see it doesn't look
I'm
easy
doing, man.
in
I'm alive.
full sprint moments for Shaw.
Yeah.
Chinchilla will get this one just a little bit
Alive.
heavy on that ball across. Chinchilla goes with the early service. It's headed
Huh?
down by Granados, but
I'm
nothing
alive.
really to test Spencer, and she looked pretty at ease on that
We
one.
can't done the live. We just started.
For me, the most challenged goalkeeper in this tournament. Here
Probably
she takes
tomorrow.
it off her chest and then into her hands. She's
Tomorrow.
faced the most shots. She's done a good job and been
Right.
really entertaining
How are
in
you?
that goalkeeper position. From North
Tomorrow.
England, one of those English players as well.
Tomorrow. I'm busy right now.
What have
I'm
you
doing
noticed most
some
about her that
live
stood out
stream.
to you?
Good shot stopping. She's aggressive off her line, takes angles away. I think about the first game that Jamaica played, and
Okay, later.
she's flying through the air, making a beautiful save. It's got to be save of the tournament.
And this is from a player that only has 7 caps
Yes.
coming into this one. So a lot to be said for the future for Jamaica.
But with some of these players from England, they've been playing in academies for years and years. Spencer, the goalkeeper for Jamaica, grew up in the Arsenal Academy. She was at Chelsea for a year, now playing with Tottenham Hotspur. Like, she has a lot of experience playing in really good leagues where she's challenged all the time.
Come Jamaica, man.
So that allows her to not just be there, but be confident. And for Lauren Donaldson to be confident putting her in there as well.
Donaldson, head coach for the Reggae Girlz. Jamaica in possession of the ball. The Swaby. Pass it.
Will settle into possession here as Murray tries
Blackwood pass it.
Blackwood getting a little bit
Back
of a
to
higher
Murray.
position, but she'll elect to start it over.
Very good, comfortable at the ball at the back, but Jamaica need to pass the ball inside the midfield.
Played in 2018 in the semifinal. The other one coming in 2006, so a big gap there before they got to the semifinal. But Costa Rica, on the other hand, has had their.
Come on, Jamaica, man, move the ball more forward, man.
Have been able to get to this time before and
Well
have
done.
the same level of competition, but coming more recently for both of them.
Come on, man. Watch shoot for the ball with the triangle there. But Spence.
Have it on the left foot. Two runners in the penalty area.
Sorry.
A double deflection there as Daniela Cruz comes over.
Come on, Jamaica. People, like up the video, people. Like up the video. Hit the like button, people. Come on. Hit that like button, people.
Four shots to 0 in the way of Costa Rica, leading that statistical category. Both experiencing a lot of possession, but Costa Rica turning those into opportunities as Granados will look to play out.
Come on, Jamaica. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. People, 25 minutes gone to the game. Jamaica nil. Costa Rica nil in the third place playoff.
Costa Rica has, it seems like when they get the ball, they're not as eager to press and go forward. And Costa Rica, with these last couple builds up the field, are just playing these hopeful type balls where I appreciate the run from Rodriguez and know she's capable of that, but it feels like little short passes are going to tempt Jamaica to come and squeeze in a little bit more. Instead of doing that first, Costa Rica's just going long every single time.
And Herrera again goes long as she looks at the back post area to find Rodriguez, and an offside whistle and flag does come up. And so, you know, the runs are coming in behind the back line, but perhaps maybe a little more patience on the ball. Is that
Come on, Jamaica. Let's keep it moving. Let's nil. Come on, man. No goal. No goal.
It's difficult when you have a player running at you, but in this like look at this moment right here. There's an overlap coming. Forget about the offside call and what's going on there. There's an overlap coming, and you create a 2v1 in the channel, which is going to give you a higher percentage of opportunity than just that hopeful ball to one player in the box.
Come on, Jamaica. Keep it going.
Another player from Costa Rica can then join the party, try to get on the end of a cross. So those are the little things where there can be some more patience for Costa Rica. And
good combination play between Brown and Primus. Jody Brown with a little bit of skill there, recycling through Spence. And Chinchilla stepping in to win that one and decides to have a little bit of patience there and keep possession.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. I like to move it. Move it. I move it. Move it. Move it.
Bit of a collision. It's going to go against Costa Rica as Spence drew the foul.
Oh, that was a hard tackle, man.
A couple players down. Raquel Rodriguez, one of them. Melissa Herrera, the other. It was just a tough one there, wasn't it?
Well, Herrera ends up getting the worst of it. She thinks she's fouled, but there's a domino effect. Rodriguez took down Spence, took down Herrera. And somehow, the person that actually committed the foul in the first part got the call against her. I feel like that was me, you know, the retaliator.
28 minutes gone to the game, guys. Still nil-nil. No team look checking to
I mean,
score.
Always, right, Casey? But sometimes.
Still the exact opposite. And the player is just taking a bit of a cooling break as we had the foul go.
Big up to all of the people, them not Chavis. Big up. It's on. Yeah. That's where I'm watching it right now, Chavis.
Collision that just took place.
The hip check by Rodriguez. And yeah, Herrera got the worst of it, and her teammate stepped on her ankle afterwards.
Rodriguez appears to be fine, though.
Yeah.
You know, how important is this cooling break as well? Not only from a hydration perspective, but just being able to kind of come over and reassess with your staff.
It's tremendously important. Valverde there speaking to her center backs. That's Benavides there. But think about this Costa Rica squad. They've been under the tutelage of Valverde for a while. But for Jamaica, they're just getting used to what Lauren Donaldson is asking of them. And this is a very different game for them. A lot more back and forth than they've experienced all tournament. So for Lauren Donaldson, this is a great teaching opportunity. And I would imagine both of these coaches are saying, in that the middle of the field, there's more time than you think you have on the ball to just.
That's the only problem we have with Jamaica right now.
Just be a little bit more patient in your movement of the ball. It doesn't always have to be, how quick can we get to goal?
And Herrera does appear to be okay, and she'll wait to get motion back on here while Jamaica has a temporary numerical advantage, and there she is. Still looks like waiting to come on. Now she's on, and we're in the 31st minute, a back-and-forth game. Both teams sharing possession, still 0-0 in this all-important third-place game between Costa Rica and Jamaica. Blackwood recovers well on that one. We'll play it up the sideline, and Shaw able to come back and keep possession.
Oh, that was a scary moment there.
It was. Chantel Swaby trying to keep that one in, and luckily recovers.
Something that's talked about a lot in fields all over the world is how quickly the grass turns into a different type of surface. You can see that blue AstroTurf looking material over on the far side. There's a player just recently with Atlanta United who tore his MCL with that type of, so it's dangerous to see that Swaby's okay, but
Jody Brown doing a bit of defending there against Gabriela Guillen. Guillen took a hard hit on that one, and it seems like it'll just be a throw-in. I don't believe a foul was called on that one.
Jody Brown is speedy. We haven't seen her in open space very much because
Jody Brown not play well, man. Don't know what happened to her.
Yeah, that could have been a foul there. Instead, Costa Rica has
Yeah, but Chavi, we need to get the possession in at the midfield.
It hasn't been great in the connection.
We're passing the ball around at the back. When we go in the midfield, we lose.
Makes it difficult for your wingers to try to
You
get
can pass the ball around very well at the back, but when it reaching at the midfield, very poor.
Early, but it's just going to go into that near side space. Salas trying to keep it alive. Rodriguez.
Pressure the ball in the Blackwood. Who come? Shagger square. Yeah, lower to square.
The service.
Jesus.
They're well defended by Bailey.
Yeah, there's a 2v1 in the channel. Those are the moments where
tackle.
Slight bit of patience. Once you commit that first defender, then the second defender, the outside back in that instance then has to come be that next help player. So it just seems like both these teams could use, you know, the nerves seem to be getting to them as they want to just play so fast and into the box as quickly as possible.
And Jamaica has proved they can defend those crosses so far in this one. Herrera with the cross. This one gets a deflection. Will be to the benefit of Costa Rica, and they'll have a corner kick.
But they still defended it well. It's Blackwood getting pressure on the ball there. So when she's not getting that pressure, that's when you got to say, all right, we've got numbers in the channel. We can go 2v1.
Captain Alvarado will step up with the right-footed service. It goes away from goal. Cruz trying to get there, but Salas will have to provide chase and start over possession for Costa Rica.
The other thing that doesn't benefit Costa Rica when they go so direct is Alvarado, Rodriguez, and Granados don't get on the ball. Well, you want those players on the ball, and they've been the most influential, some of the most influential midfielders in this entire tournament with goal scoring production, with their ability to draw fouls when they're in and around the box. So I think Costa Rica has to evaluate that and say, okay, how can we get those three on the ball more?
34 minutes gone. Both teams just look like
The ball in these
no
moments.
energy put in it. Come on, Jamaica, win that, man.
Rodriguez, Granados, and Alvarado, as the fouls called, have accounted for 5 of the 7 goals for Costa Rica. So a lot of dangerous play in those white spaces, as you mentioned, but the production really has come from those 3 in center midfield.
And it's not that the wide space play isn't important, but it has to be at the right pace so those 3 can join into the attack if need be.
Chantel Swaby under a lot of pressure, but does well to find space. Now it's Murray. That one goes off the toe of Herrera, and there'll be a throw in to Jamaica. And a late challenge. That will be a yellow card in the 36th minute to Khadija Bunny Shaw, the captain for Jamaica.
It's a hard one there because Guillen goes in with a header and Shaw beats her by like 6 inches normally anyways. She doesn't have to go with her head, goes in with her body, and Guillen helicopters through the air.
Come on, Jamaica, man.
Tough challenge.
And that's 2 hard hits in a row.
Difficult game to watch, people. Be honest with yourself.
That one with the head, but it'll be a yellow card nonetheless to Shaw. Gabriella Guillen is in her 5th appearance, her first start, though, coming against the United States, but a player that was a part of that 2015 World Cup team, so a lot of experience, and today getting her 2nd start in that right back position.
I remember talking to Lauren Donaldson about Jody Brown, who was just chatting with there on the sideline before the 2018 Concacaf W Championship. So at that time, Jody Brown was 16 years old. And he was saying, Jordan, you wait till you see this girl. She's going to be someone in the soccer world. And you've just seen her develop, won a national championship last year at Florida State. When her time in college is done, she will be one that a lot of coaches, not just in NWSL, but around the world, are going to be looking at someone that could be a dynamic player for them in attack. And so that conversation is a little bit like Lauren Donaldson trying to figure out how to get her on the ball more right now.
And she's a player that had 5 goals in the qualification round of the Concacaf W Championship, yet to score in this one. But what do you see as some of her best qualities besides the ability to score? The foul was called against Jake Bailey there. And Salas drawing that one.
This is Salas coming into the midfield, as I mentioned earlier. And here's Bailey just chopping at her. Good job by Salas. Just getting a little bit out of this. I don't know what foul came first. I think it was the hug, and then the chop. The double foul.
Just one there, right?
Yeah,
they're in there.
But Costa Rica has shown that, especially with the service of Alvarado, that they have. Well, I can't.
J. Bailey, let me never realize
there
it.
as well. Both of those players, either the right or the left foot, can dip in a really nice cross into the back post. I mean, it's not typically the first opportunity, but the second.
Oh, J. Bailey start. Whoa.
Looks for that back post area. Chantel Swaby's there, right foot for Daniela Cruz. Possession starts over as we enter the 40th minute. That service trying to find Ian. No one falling to Rodriguez, right-footed strike. It just sails over the top, but that's how quickly Costa Rica can create something.
Rodriguez's reaction there says it all because this is a gift. It somehow bounced to her from that challenge between Salas and Spence. And as this ball comes down right here, look at Rodriguez. She's already knows where she's at on the half turn, goes with a really quick little swing with her right foot. But she's not really following through. She's kind of leaning away. Most likely always going to be on the rise there. But she's one of the most lethal players from that type of position. Jamaica, especially in those moments where they're a little wonky after a set piece, have to be more aware of where players like Rodriguez and Salas are at.
And she just seemed to react a little bit quicker than Chantel Swaby and Satara Murray in that instance. And that ball will go out of play in the 41st minute here. It's a deadlock between Costa Rica and Jamaica. I'm Casey White, teamed up with Jordan Angeli in this first half of the third place game for Concacaf W Championship.
Oh my days, people.
That's some intense looks there by Valverde.
You can hear a lot of organization these final 5 minutes in the first half. Important times, right, for both of these teams.
With your fifth game in the last 2 weeks, yeah. Because this is where fatigue starts to set in. Mentally.
One thing I like it, Blackwood no ram for it tackle, you know, man. She not afraid for going and no tackle. That I love about her, you know.
Ian looking to play it forward, but Jody Brown doing a lot of defending in this first half. This one will be cleared by Blackwood. Just having a hard time connecting there. Cruz will take over.
Oh man, Jamaica. I don't know, but we's a turn back merchant, man.
This one played in as Rebecca Spencer will just handle it there. No need to use her hands.
It's a turn back merchant. Pretty like a but come Jody Brown, man. Do something, man.
Jody Brown with a lot of space.
Make something happen, man. Jody Brown. Jesus Christ, Jody Brown can't be beat our player. Joke this.
Blackwood looking to isolate herself.
The first time we've seen Jody Brown on a 1v1.
And she's in
Curl on a man.
area, plays it across. Falling to Jody Brown after Spence came through. The offside
Jody.
goes up.
It's hard to see there if it was the defender
Jody.
that hit the ball or Spence.
Yeah, an interesting deflection there.
Yeah. Sandra Ramirez, the AR on the far side, must have thought that
Jesus Christ.
ball after Jody Brown does a lovely 1-2 there. It does look like Spence touched it, but if that's played by the defender, Brown is onside and it's a play on. So it's one of those things. If it results in a goal, then we're looking at it at VAR, which we've seen VAR in a lot of these games.
It's been so great to have that. But you could see in that last sequence, just Jody Brown, what you were talking about, her ability to play in combination and isolate herself on that near side flank.
And that's exactly, you asked me before the foul a few minutes ago against Costa Rica what I like about her. And I love her willingness to make defenders uncomfortable. There it is again, where you think you're going to go 1v1 and instead she spins out and tries to connect. She just thinks a little bit differently, but she also has the pace and athletic ability to beat you in 1v1 battles. So she has a nice balance to her game.
Jody Brown and Blackwood trying to combine again there. Both players down. Blackwood's back up. But Jody Brown slow to get to her feet. And all three forwards for Jamaica have been really effective in attack. And it's almost more about them combining in this game to try to figure out how to work together to go forward.
And it doesn't look like Shaw looks too comfortable, or there's a lot of pressure on her to be that hold-up player. So maybe they can play in a different way at times where
4-4-2.
Shaw drifts wide and it's Trudy Carter coming centrally to be the player that they connect with, because you don't really want to bring Jody Brown centrally because then she can't isolate in the channel. So I would say, how can they find Bunny Shaw to be a little bit more effective in the second half? Two is she doesn't feel comfortable in those hold-up situations because a lot of the time she's has a lot more pressure on her than any other player. Well, they need to find someone else that they can build up through.
And we'll have 3 minutes added on to this first half. There's only been one stoppage time goal, and it was courtesy of the United States in the first half. Excuse me, one first half stoppage time goal. There's been two in second half stoppage. So we'll see if we'll get one here at BBVA. This is Carter. Cutting back on the left, plays it across, but not a lot of pace. Primus, and it's Shaw.
Ooh.
That one blocked right in front, but you can see just an opportunistic moment there for Khadijah Shaw.
That was great work. Just after I said bring Trudy Carter centrally to help build up, she's just chopping defenders in the channel, which, yes, she's very good at as well.
Ian with that underlapping run. Again, Costa Rica trying to find one on their own. Chichilla, it's a weird deflection there, and it does go out.
Chichilla.
Solera appears to be down on the other end from perhaps the last challenge where Jamaica was getting forward. And our center official will jog down there and see if she needs some medical attention.
It always makes me nervous when players don't move very much. Right there, Solera was in that big challenge with Bunny Shaw on the second opportunity, and she looks to be in some pain here as Trudy Carter, there's her chop, gets it into the mix. That is a beautiful shot by Primus. And it was after the fact, grabs her left knee right away.
Did her job right, got the save, and then a little bit of reaction later as it went the other direction.
Almost looked like when she threw it or after she threw it.
And Noelia Bermudez will get a little bit of warm up there. Has had that one start versus the United States. Another player with some experience, part of that 2015 World Cup team as well. So did get an appearance so far in case Solera can't continue.
And they would be comfortable putting her in, 27-year-old goalkeeper. Should be her 26th time playing for the Costa Rican national team. So wouldn't be a downgrade by any means.
And especially having just played against the United States. So the timing of that, if that were to need to happen in this game, recently played in just last Thursday.
At this point, you're almost to halftime in the way that you throw. And
funny when somebody even touch you go down as a keeper, that's hurt.
A little bit later, as you see Solera getting taped up. With substitution in the substitution windows, Amelia Valverde would really hope if she needs to use a substitution, it wouldn't have to be till halftime.
Right.
So get to, we've been in enough stoppage time now, but she's also been down for over a minute. So how much time is still left? Can she get to halftime and then they can reevaluate, because they don't want to use one of those substitution windows in the first half.
And that's certainly important from a manager perspective. Also, potentially to give Solera some time to be evaluated and see as they go into the second half. But play is going to resume, and although we got those 3 minutes indicated, quite a bit of time ticks off the clock there, so we'll see how much more we'll play. Surely another minute or two. But some critical moments here for Jamaica as they'll be defending on the opposite end. Herrera chooses to go short through Granados. Granados, 2 assists of her own, looks for that service, but it comes back out, and she'll look to play quickly.
Half time, my people. Half time.
They're checking her watch a few times too.
My beautiful people.
The whistles in the stands. It's probably the last attack.
Half time. I'm not even going to try click off the thing star. I'm just going to
The cross off she does. This is to a dangerous spot. She does not.
Shows patience there through Herrera. This service is a bit long. Chantel Swaby getting a touch on it.
half time, my people. Yes, my beautiful people. It's halftime, where a game that Jamaica is playing, and it putting me to sleep. It putting me to sleep for a long time. I'm telling you that this game, nobody seems like they want it. Nobody seems like they want to win. Nobody seems like they want to make risks. And in football game, you have to lose, you have to take risks. And I just don't think enough this Jamaican team taking enough risks. Every single time we have possession of the football at the back, when we're supposed to bring the ball inside the midfield and hold on the ball, we're giving up balls too easy. We can't give up the ball so easy, man. Jesus Christ, man. The game is just, I don't know. But in the midfield, it seems like nobody wants to win this game, man. And both teams, man, the game is so lazy. Excuse me, even me want to sleep right now, people. You understand? Let's be fair. Even me want to sleep right now. And it's hard, man. It's hard to watch right now. It's very, very hard to watch right now. But still, let us see. I think in the midfield, man, I think we need to get the combination right in the midfield, because every time we get the ball in the midfield, we turn it over in the midfield. I don't know what happened. Why we have to continue to turn the ball? Like when they put a little bit of pressure upon us, we turn over the ball, and it's difficult for us to control the game. We can't even control the game because we not keep possession of the ball. Give Bonisha enough. We not get her involved in the game. When I see Jamaica play like this several times, I will keep Bonisha out of the game. It's hard to watch, man. It's very hard to watch. You keep Bonisha out of the game. I think we need to get more ball to our feet. Not too deep, but get the ball as close as possible right to the goal. You understand? So I think we need to fix up. We need to fix up in the second half and see if we can do things a little bit better. Gregory Reed, big up yourself, brother. Good evening, man. Enough love and respect, man. Appreciate you has been coming in. People, make sure you guys hit the like button. Very, very important to hit the like button. It's very, very important to hit the like button, people. All right. So why may I see myself look here, sir? Oh, I am big scream. Whoa, this look really good. Big scream. Seeing myself. All right. So people, at the meantime, people, let me know your thought down in the comment section. What we need to do to change things in the second half to win this game, because we're not making it easy for herself. We keep chasing. But you see that this team that Costa Rica, they really chain properly. That's how I want our team to play, to keep possession on the ball. But it's a Caribbean thing, people. It's a Caribbean thing, people, and I don't know why. Well, let's see how the analysts them have to say at halftime, people.
So far, how you all thought you were very confident in Jamaica heading into this game, but it's Costa Rica really, Kaylin, with the better of the chances so far.
Numerous chances. I think this Jamaican backline has to sort it out at halftime in the locker room. I would love to be a fly on the wall because it's not good enough. Yeah. Specifically down that right-hand side with the fullback, center-back partnership. I mean, Costa Rica, it's the first thought. Play forward. Hit that quick switch of play. Jamaica all over the place at the moment. And more clear-cut opportunities in that final third for Costa Rica. On the opposite end, Jamaica really haven't looked dangerous, specifically Bunny Shaw.
Yeah, Jamaica, they've conceded the most amount of goals as well coming into this match. But Bunny Shaw, she's been so quiet in the first half, right, hasn't she?
Yeah, that's the downside of being one-dimensional. If that player isn't on point for that game, it's a real struggle for Jamaica. Although I will say that Spencer has been very much on point. She had to come up early and be on her game, and she has been. But it seems like to me that the Jamaican defense is really struggling as well. They don't know their assignments, and the Costa Rican forwards have been very, very wide open on numerous occasions.
Yeah, Costa Rica with a couple of chances. We talked about Bunny Shaw. We weren't sure of her fitness levels coming into this. Is this just credit to Costa Rica, Jenny, for keeping her quiet, or are you worried about Bunny Shaw's fitness?
No, it's both. Costa Rica's done a good job. They've done a very good job. They have a plan. They're implementing it. It looks great. But Bunny Shaw's been non-existent. She needs to, we need those.
Need service to her, man.
All right, well, let's take a look then at the first half highlights. We mentioned it was Costa Rica in the early going, and it got started very early for them in the first half, didn't it, Kaylin?
Yeah, it actually came down to a great point that Jenny made in the pre-show, just defensive organization of Costa Rica, which leads to opportunities like this. First thought, they know where all the players are because they're so well organized. A great opportunity early on.
Yeah, this one is in the 6th minute. Probably the best opportunity. Herrera with a diagonal run. And that's what you want back. That's the one that
very close chance, man.
Absolutely. Jamaica got off the hook there in the first few minutes. And once again, Costa Rica giving them all kinds of fits. The back line is all 6s and 7s. And here you have Herrera again with another opportunity. She takes a little bit too long for my taste and ends up losing the opportunity that she had.
Yeah, it could have been a couple for Costa Rica had they had that final product, but Jamaica did also have a few chances.
They had a chance, but they've never really looked threatening. Like, you look at this chance from Jamaica, a kind of a hopeful ball across the 18, and then it jumps to another opportunity here. Jamaica, look at this back line. Everyone caught flat-footed. Everyone caught ball watching, and it's this quick release top of the box from Rocky Rodriguez. We touched on her in the pre-show of just how important of a role she'll play here today. She has been the manipulator in that midfield. She has been pulling the strings, especially out to the left-hand side where Herrera is just rolling inside and has the ability to take this back line on.
So I think in agreement, Costa Rica will be the happier of the two at the half, even though they have no goals to show for it. Let's check in with that, Jenny Chu, and see what she's thought of the first 45 minutes. Jenny, what do you think?
Well, Poppy, I agree with our excellent analyst on the fact that Costa Rica has had more chances. It's a little bit frustrating because ahead of the match, I talked about Jamaica's game plan is to not let Melissa get the ball on the right side. She had a shot. She had the change of play to get that first shot in the first 2 minutes of the game. It seems like they weren't shutting her down at all, and they needed to, and they were told to shut her down. One thing that I think is a big question is whether Donaldson's constant conversations and press conference becomes an issue. For me, every one of them that I've heard, he talks about how they only had 2 weeks before they came to Mexico City. They didn't have enough time to implement the ideas. They didn't have enough time to do anything besides fitness. If I'm a player, I wonder whether that becomes an issue, whether that comes into headspace and mentality to constantly hear an excuse like that, as opposed to maybe more of a bringing up of, hey, you know what, we're doing fine. the energy's not there for them today. I know Bunny hasn't been very active. You know, I'm getting pretty bored on this end because the attacking third passes is completely different. I have 41 passes in the final third for Costa Rica, 16 for Jamaica. I mean, it's just not looking good enough. If I'm in that locker room, I want to be a fly on the wall too, Caitlin. I have to know what he's saying because this is just not the way that they were supposed to start this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're expecting a lot more from Jamaica in this second 45 minutes. So not one match underway, but the main event, well, that is still to come later on. Stay with us. We're going to look ahead to the US against Canada after this short break.
Hear that, people? They're going to look ahead for that Canada-USA game. But seriously, people, big man thing, people. As we analyze they will analyze the game. I said same thing I'm saying, man. Not getting enough ball to Bunny Shaw. Jody Brown is sleeping. I haven't seen much of Trudy Carter in this one. I will need to see more, but our midfielder them need to do more, man. We have to move in space, collect the ball, off spaces, pass it, move it, make more forward pass. And I think Bonishaw crying a little bit of injured. We need to see them true pass the over the top. Jody Brown need to keep the football. Jody Brown can ever beat our player. I don't know how Jody Brown. A lot of people can say 5 games in 2 weeks, man. That's a lot of game, man, to play. So much football in 2 weeks, people. Now lie still, people. So it can be probably the girls them a little bit tired and all of that stuff there. But the greatest thing we had the World Cup, but this game against forget us to the way name there, to the Olympic. We need to win this one, man. It's last time going to the Olympic was 2008, man. We need to go back there right now, man. But we have a lot of work to do in the second half. We have a lot of changes to do in the second half. But let us see how the boys them, the fans them, seeing it and all of them stuff. The woman have no idea what they are supposed to do. You really believe that still? You really believe that still? Or you just comment for just comment still? We have a lot of work to do, man. Really have a lot of work to do, man. We have to change our play and all of them stuff, man, in the second half, man. But I'm hoping that them can get Bonishaw in it. And I want Bonishaw to score one more goal, guys. If Bonishaw score, she going to be the top goal scorer in this round of the Concacaf Women's, because the Canadian not going to score. That's going to be a very, very close game, man. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Yeah, big up to all of the people there, man. But Jude Spencer has always put in a good performance, and she live up to our expectations. So yeah, game dead though, people. The game dead. The stream dead. Not much people talking. You know, the people that go through the motion are just because of track and field. I don't know what is going on, but yeah. But we need to win this one to give us a chance to play in the Olympic. I remember we don't play much game, you know. So it's good we get a lot of game time and stuff. We don't really normally play games, people. People, get the video to 100 likes, people. Come on, man. Easy as that, people. Smash the like button, people. Smash it to pieces, people. Come on, people. Yep. Smash the like button, people. Smash it to pieces, man. The boy named Jerry. Who named Jerry? Ready for Jamaican game. Still we are the favorite, man. Second half start now, people. Come on, people. Smash the like button, people. Costa Rica is on the attack.
And them starting very, very quickly as Costa Rica tries to create something themselves. The difference in these
is minimal. It's effort at times when other players just turn off. So focus on, especially in moments like that, are key.
Cruz may have kept that one in. She did. Right-footed ball. And there's some focus with that clearance as Allison Swaby was able to clear, and she'll take over possession. Swaby actually captained the team against the United States. Against Canada in the semifinal game. Shaw was not in that game, getting a bit more of a rest, preparing for this one. Spence running in behind. Salas trying to flick that one on, but not enough players up there to help her out, and play will be started over through Spencer.
Come on, Jamaica, man. Move the ball, man. Hit the like button, people. Come on, hit the like button.
Herrera looking for the ball into Salas, finds her feet. Recovering players from Jamaica. She'll return the favor to Herrera. Played across, it bounces down.
Whoa.
Dangerous.
Offside.
And
This team don't want to score, man.
Up on the opposite side. But again, Costa Rica looking to go forward.
They get so many chances.
Because I was asking for patience. And I actually think Salas there shouldn't have been so patient. I think she goes 1v1 against Murray, because if she takes it past her, she's in open ground with a chance to go free on net. So was offside in the end, but it's recognizing what the best decision making is in the attacking.
Wow.
That's where you make the difference between
Come on, Jamaica.
staying in this and getting an opportunity to play for that Olympic spot, or maybe next year in the World Cup and advancing out of group, which neither of these teams have been able to do, and they've gone to the World Cup.
It's about picking those moments, like you said. Earlier in the first half, there was a lot of crosses where you were talking about that patience, but Salas there centrally. And there is going to be a corner kick, though, that came from that last sequence of play. So a set-piece opportunity here for Costa Rica. Granados with the service. It's into a dangerous area, but Salas plays it back across. Flicked on. And that one just over Villalobos, not able to direct it on frame, but Costa Rica coming back with an opportunity of their own.
Granados has done such a good job of service from set pieces, and Villalobos finds herself all alone. She meets the ball when it's still coming down, so she has to reach up more for it. That's just popping it up and over. But there's been moments on defensive set pieces where Jamaica looks a little scattered, and they can't afford to do that. They have to be tighter in those moments because set pieces oftentimes are the make or break for teams in knockout tournaments.
Ian stepping into that space, finds the feet of Herrera as Costa Rica tries to keep possession here, and they do. Now the ball played it behind a well-timed run from Guillen, only one in the box. And Spencer not tested on that one, and she'll distribute quickly.
What a throw from her. Put spin on it so it's not going to roll away.
The right amount of pace
from
is
Trudy
good,
Carter.
right?
So add that to the things why I like her.
The list is growing. Cruz just forcing Chantel Swaby to play. But Cruz wins out. Right-footed service flicked on. Blackwood is in. Doesn't clear it out, but some appeals for a potential handball there, but play on. Rodriguez. Herrera again looking for that early service. So certainly something that Costa Rica is continuing to still look for is that service into the penalty area.
Service isn't always a bad thing. And in these couple moments early on, it did look like Costa Rica had more than just one player in there. So if there are multiple runners, it can be beneficial because not just the first ball that matters. It's, are you in a good place to high press and counter press, win the ball back off that second ball.
Cruz looks for that back post area. Well defended from Blackwood. Now Murray is going to bounce down to Herrera. One-time ball. Salas is not able to quite be ready for that one, and Spencer distributes quickly again. Shaw looking for Carter.
That was just what I was talking about, though. It was Trudy Carter being the first player to win the ball. Shaw pulled wide, so then it creates a 2v1 where they could just 1-2 in this the outside space on the field or the channel. Shaw doesn't have to run past the defender. She just has to play it to Carter, allow her to do all the running.
Amelia Valverde still coaching there, making sure they're sorted, because you're right, it provides a little bit of a different looks and different qualities between those two front runners. Shaw flicks this one on. It's into a dangerous area, but good positioning from Herrera to win that second ball. Foul is called on Jade Bailey. Will be a set piece to Costa Rica.
Salas is getting a lot of those fouls from Jade Bailey. The second big one we've seen those two get into. I would imagine Bailey's starting to get herself into yellow card territory. It's a difficult line to walk because you want to be hard enough that teams feel a little bit uneasy playing through the middle of the field. You don't want to foul too many times or be too over aggressive that you get a yellow card and then have to be cautious about the way you play.
Right. But good sign. Bit different in how they try to win it back, so they're not giving up so many set pieces. Is that Daniela Cruz just took a hit from one of the balls coming back into play.
Another.
Granados making that late run from midfield. Salas. And again, Shaw coming out on this near side flank. Chinchilla in the 1v1, gets around one, doesn't get around two, no call. Chinchilla put her head down in the 1v1 and looked very dangerous there for a moment, if not for Chantel Swaby.
Swaby's still down here. Chinchilla with a little darting in and out. Swaby getting a lot of, I think it's a good no call because here they go shoulder to shoulder. And then it's actually Herrera whose feet trip up Swaby. Because right there looks like shoulder to shoulder to me. I wouldn't call that the foul just because Swaby's taller than Herrera. It looks a little bit awkward. That is one of the things that can go to VAR though, so it probably is being looked at. You get the whistle from the referee and it's going to be play on.
But good from Chinchilla to go in 1v1.
Absolutely.
Looking very dangerous there, taking space as Costa Rica still trying to use those wide areas to attack.
Which you have to. In attack, you're trying to utilize as much space as you can. That can be a little bit more of a patient way to build. Typically, I mean, if you look at both of these teams, some of their best playmakers are in those wide positions, but they haven't opted to go in 1v1 situations all that much.
We're in the 56th minute. Costa Rica and Jamaica facing off in this third place game. I'm Casey White alongside Jordan Angeli. We're so happy to be with you here this evening as Costa Rica looking to go forward. Both of these teams trying to get that playoff berth for an Olympic berth. Chinchilla getting it on the opposite side. Played back, and Rodriguez will challenge, having to do it twice, and Costa Rica continuing to look for the services against Jamaica. So far holding up strong, but a corner kick is going to be conceded.
Good sustained pressure from Costa Rica. A lot of numbers in the attack, so able to win a few aerial battles there, and they've been good on set pieces. Rocky Rodriguez has scored a goal straight from a corner kick in this tournament already. It's from an Alvarado ball that just is driven in. Not much of an outspeeder, just a straight driven ball, so we'll see if they opt for that.
That one played across. Jody Brown in the right spot. It's a strike, but just getting it on the bounce up was Granados. But looking dangerous on the set piece was Costa Rica. And it'll be a goal kick, but there will be a substitution as Tierney Wiltshire comes in for Chantel Swaby, who was just in that last battle with Chinchilla. It's the last look at that corner kick as Granados came to the top of the box. So Chantel Swaby is going to come out and make way for Wiltshire. And Wiltshire did have 3 starts, all of them coming in group play. So a player that has played a lot of minutes for this Jamaican side, so inserting really well into that right back position.
The Swaby sisters at the beginning of the tournament were playing as center backs together. So it's been a lot asked upon from both of them. Chantel Swaby ends up coming out playing this right back position, which she's played a number of times for this Jamaican team. But I do like what Wiltshire can add. She has the ability to get a little bit more into the attack, so we'll see if Jamaican can hold the ball enough to bring in outside back.
And Spence finding that space in front of the back line. Plays Jody Brown, just a missed touch there. Gabriela Guillen, the recipient of that missed touch, and now Herrera goes the other direction.
Those are the moments where you just feel it slipping away a little bit because that doesn't present itself very often. Taking care of opportunities is going to be crucial as we get closer and closer to 30 minutes left in this game.
And Costa Rica only had given up 2 goals in group play, 5 goals overall, but all of those 5 coming from the United States and Canada. So a team that's been very disciplined in the back. So to your point, that space in front of the back line, you don't find too often against Costa Rica. Granado's finding space for herself, opting to go the other way to Rodriguez.
You think Amelia Valverde told them to keep the ball a little bit more?
I think you might be onto something, Jordan.
And this is the best patient build that they've had because Jamaica's good at defending. They've sat in a deep block a number of games in this tournament, and they'll just gobble up those crossed-in balls like they've done through the most of this game too. So the way that you get them pulled out is this, possession. Now look at all the gaps in between the lines that they can start to utilize. It's through the movement of their wingers and their outside backs picking different channels to work in. This is much better from Costa Rica, and it just gets more and more tiring for the Jamaican squad as they defend.
And we've seen that a lot throughout this Concacaf W Championship. Some teams playing in low blocks defensively. Jamaica not necessarily having done that most of this game, but when the sustained possession happens, it has them get a little bit lower in the way they defend. Guillen doing well to get there, coming in a little bit later, but no foul's going to be called. Guillen has taken a few hits today, but no foul there. Not happy on that one.
It's just one of those days.
Sometimes that just happens, right?
You just are the recipient of all of the tackles, calls that don't go your way.
Carter comes inside there. A lot of interchange between the front runners from Jamaica. Jody Brown with a great touch. Draws via Lobos. Carter. On the right foot is Carter. Bending it to the back post. Just wide.
Great look. Trudy Carter sees that there's already runners centrally in the box, and all the space was at the top of the 18. So she saw Jody Brown face up. She's like, I'll just take up this space. Nice little touch to get it to her right. Can't quite dip it enough.
And you mentioned it earlier in the game, just the interchange of maybe Carter coming inside. That's how that whole play started. And it seems like it's helping Jamaica generate more quality opportunities. Spence. Jody Brown in the 1v1 finds Spence. It's Brown off the right foot. Shaw does well to find Brown again. It's struck. It's off the crossbar. Just a matter of inches there as Jamaica with a great opportunity. It's not quite out yet. Swaby will start over for their own spell of possession.
Solera looked all right there. That's the first time we've seen her challenged in goal for Costa Rica since she went down at the end of the first half. Those are the opportunities where Jamaica will utilize Bunny Shaw because she does get a lot of eyes and attention to her. So as players flood to her, there's got to be someone open.
I mean, rightfully so, 9 goals in the qualification round prior to coming into this final round for Khadija Bunny Shaw. And then 3 goals in this tournament. So leading the race for the Golden Boot tied with Julia Grosso. So definitely someone that they're going to have to continue to watch as she is in that penalty area.
And they have to watch for her because she really hasn't been that active in this game. As Herrera's down there.
Blackwood with the left-footed service, looking for Shaw. It drops to Shaw. Solera very alert to the danger there. And Herrera will be getting checked on out there as play is stopped momentarily.
It's a good ball in from Blackwood. She just dips it over the defender's head. And Shaw, this is where she's been a little bit off. She just doesn't think that the ball is going to come to her. But when she does, this is what she can do. When she's thinking, no matter what, this ball is coming through to me, she can hold the ball up in really difficult situations. She hasn't looked 100%. And so what Jamaica has been doing is trying to find the ball a little bit more to Jody Brown, to Trudy Carter, tucked inside in moments to help alleviate a little of that work that Bunny Shaw usually does. She's a little bit more mobile typically.
But sometimes, you know, to your point, some of the best center forwards just need one moment. So it'll, you know, she's finding those spaces. It's that touch. But you're right. Other players are coming alive around her as well to create opportunities as Herrera still gets a little bit of attention here on the field for Costa Rica.
She definitely is that player that just needs a half a chance and she'll punish you. But for this Jamaica team, she's also had to carry a lot of weight. So I think there's more expectation for her to be on the ball a little bit more. But she didn't play last game due to injury. So you think maybe she's still holding on to something. And unfortunately, that looks like not a good situation for Herrera.
This was those last opportunities. That one was the one off the crossbar from Brown. So Jamaica in these last few minutes getting some more opportunities and good ones at that.
And it's smart from Brown because she knows if Bunny Shaw's in there as a target, there was 3 players around her. So there's going to be space for someone else to be open. She's that player there. Doesn't dip quite enough.
And just like Rodriguez did in the first half for Costa Rica, just being a little bit more alert to those balls bouncing down. And it almost seems like in this game, it could be one of those moments who's a little more detailed in their own penalty area.
It's often that in big games. It's the mentality. It's who is ready to make the big play when it all of a sudden falls in your lap. And that's a defensive play and an attacking play.
It doesn't look like good signs for Herrera. She'll be taken off the field, and it looked like Maria Palacoto was the player that was preparing to come into the game. Koto had 3 starts of her own already in this qualification tournament, so a player that has played a lot of minutes for Costa Rica, and it'll just remain to be seen exactly where she goes, if she takes Herrera's spot or if Guillen maybe will slide up and she'll play in that outside back role. So Koto will come in. And another substitution that we'll be having is Carolina Venegas coming in for Salas in that center forward role.
Some more experience here, bringing Venegas on, part of that 2015 team who went to the World Cup. She has 13 goals and her now 43rd cap for this Costa Rican squad. Salas has a lot of youth in her, and she can be a little bit more hard to track because you don't know, haven't been able to study her game as much. I think Venegas comes in and can help steady this front line.
And those substitutions made in the 68th minute. 0-0 still deadlocked here between Costa Rica and Jamaica. And if it does stay tied, we will have overtime and the potential up penalty kicks. If still tied after that, we still got a long ways to go. And there's certainly a lot of opportunities coming. Trudy Carter now finding space, trying to bend it in behind. Solera able to come off. You just saw a little bit of a lip there as Solera came out, but was able to deal with that ball.
And she doesn't look super comfortable. And Jamaica has done a good job. They've had 3 shots in the last few minutes. Try to challenge Solera a little bit more. Feels a lot like the first half where Costa Rica came out with the better attitude and opportunities, where they really tried to grab onto it right away. Then Jamaica slowly builds, just absorbs some of that pressure.
Murray and Blackwood will try to keep possession here. And you're right, as the half's gone on, more and more possession. It started at 50% possession to both teams in the first 15 minutes of the game. And then the half ended in the first half with Jamaica at 57% possession to 43 for Costa Rica. So as this half goes on, it'll be interesting to see how that possession tilts.
20 minutes gone.
Granado's taking over a little slip ball, well recovered by the back line of Jamaica, but Cruz picks it up. And Venegas will get her first touches after just coming in the second half. A player, as you mentioned, with a lot of experience that was part of the 2015 World Cup team, also was a runner-up to the United States in 2014 when they did secure that World Cup berth. They had beaten Trinidad and Tobago in this exact game on penalty kicks, so a player involved there as well. Not able to get to the final in this one in 2022, but trying to get their second, third place finish, and this one would give them that playoff spot to the Olympics. Villalobos looking to play forward, keeping possession, showing a little more patience is Costa Rica. This one played it behind, and Koto trying to keep possession. Good first touch by Koto. Ian serves. Back post, Spencer. Strong grab from Spencer.
She's also good on crosses. Did I mention that earlier?
You might have said it, maybe once or twice, but she's doing extremely well. And I think Jamaica, too, just organizationally on the crosses has done really well. As Costa Rica still not able to get a lot of possession, but starting to create something going forward. And there's that cross, maybe a shot, maybe a cross on that one for Guillen going out for the goal kick.
Shot that. And that's where Jamaica, you can start to see playing out of the back. It looks a little heavy in their legs. You have to be careful in those moments because look at their shape right now. They're so stretched out. Costa Rica is good with this first pass, and then they get after you. Jamaica can't afford to be playing out if they continue to lose it like this.
Daniela Cruz gets hit by Carter. Play on. Shaw coming back to keep possession for Jamaica. Carter with lots of space, and she'll take advantage. Shaw. Back to Carter.
Come on, no.
Right-footed ball across.
Jesus Christ.
Does well not to concede the corner kick.
I think Carter just ran out of steam there. Big darting run. Great combination between her and Bunny Shaw.
And what have you liked about Jamaica? They have seemed to create more open opportunities. They haven't really tested Solera too often, except for that one off the crossbar. But what do you think's really created more of those opportunities for them?
I think they've done a good job of recognizing when Costa Rica sends numbers forward. So then in transition moments like that, they pick the ball off. It was a pressure from Trudy Carter on the outside back for Costa Rica. Trudy gets a little touch to the ball. Then they can get after Costa Rica when they're in a more of an offensive shape. So there's more space to.
This looks like it's going to straight to penalty, man.
But we've seen that a bit
Trust
from Jamaica over the years. They're not going to be a team that outpossesses you. Although a couple of more passes allows them, as they just did, that could have been Trudy Carter 1v1, but instead she opts to do a 1-2.
This going straight to penalty.
They've had a good balance between quick counters and moments where they look to build.
Wiltshire getting forward, finds the feet of Shaw, and Wiltshire continuing to go. She'll underlap, creating an
Come on,
opportunity
man.
in that wide area. Now to the top, it's Drew Spence looking to clip it back post. Not a bad idea, just a little wide for the center midfielder.
Drew Spence with that late run, and I love that Wiltshire was just watching from the sideline, understanding that when Jamaica gets in these positions, Costa Rica's back line is dropping really far. There's space at the top of the box, and Spence trying to dip it in. That's good. It's just good decision making by Wiltshire, and that's can be the difference in those moments. Just a ball in that gets crossed and headed out by a defending team, or an opportunity that didn't go on frame in that moment, but has the potential to.
And as this game goes on, you start to see more open spaces for opportunities like that. We just saw a substitute being prepared, Lixie Rodriguez, potentially for Costa Rica on the sideline. So both of these teams playing rosters that have played a lot of minutes in this game. Eight of the 11 for Costa Rica have started 4 games out of the 5. So a lot of minutes now. So you have to wonder, as they go into this last 15 minutes and change of regulation, how these managers will really look at the team management piece.
And if it stays like this, you have added time in those overtime situations. So maybe you don't want to make changes too soon. It's a very difficult decision to be had by both managers.
And we'll have that substitution coming in. Lixie Rodriguez will come into the game, replacing Priscilla Chinchilla, the winger. Another experienced player from the 2015 World Cup team coming into the game for her 3rd appearance. Starting the last game against the United States, now with her 2nd substitution appearance, and 2 substitutions as well, as Havana Solon will come into the game. Paige Bailey Gale as well as Primus will make way. So Havana Solon, who's played a lot of minutes in this tournament, very seasoned player coming into that attacking midfield role. And Jody Brown will be the one making way for Bailey Gale.
Brown just looked spent. So get fresh legs on, see if Bailey Gale can get out the back line.
And to your point, Brown has started every single game of this qualification tournament. So just that roster management piece really tough. And you mentioned we're tied at 0-0, so potentially with extra time on the horizon as well, or making these changes early enough to maybe have influence in these last 14 minutes.
Both those coaches are hoping for that, because it's been a lot of minutes for these players to manage. But it's nice they're both in a spot where it's just one moment. That's all they're looking for right now. Is can they create one moment to change the score line in favor of their team, and then they've both proven that they can defend a lead.
Solon playing that one in behind, but Shaw not looking for that run into that space, and Lixie Rodriguez will try to build out for Costa Rica. With putting those substitutions on, we talked about the personnel side of it, maybe fresh legs, but what is Lauren Donaldson saying to those 2 subs? Like, how do you think they can influence the game coming in here?
I think they have to be good in those moments where Jamaica is defending and they win the ball. Can they be that link player? Because they're fresh. Solon, as a central midfield player, is able to get out of tough situations and then maybe spring Bailey Gale into transition moments.
Again, both sides, back-to-back balls in behind the back line, trying to expose that space, but Jamaica able to play out. Solon doing well to navigate the area and the tight space. Good feet from Solon in combination for Jamaica. Now looking in behind.
Yeah,
Shaw's making that run. But Villalobos does well there to retreat.
But it was different from Solon, and I think Bunny Shaws have said she got called for a foul there, which I didn't see a foul in that situation. So yeah, they're waving for her to put it on the ground. what's different about that is in that moment, it was Bunny Shaw recognizing that Salon didn't have pressure on the ball, so she opted to go break the back line. But that type of movement hasn't been there from Bunny Shaw in this game. She hasn't, and maybe that is a conservation on her part. Maybe she's trying to save for moments where she knows players are capable of playing that ball, and she's a little bit more comfortable playing with Salon over the years. But that was just a different looking attack from Jamaica.
And to be fair, a lot of purpose from Salon on that ball once she saw that space in behind the back line. A very good distributor.
But it goes back to what I talked about in the first half is if you're going to miss that, you need to miss it long. Not short where Costa Rica can just head it back into the middle where they have numbers.
That's Guillen, who's moved up into that winger position on the left foot, finding Venegas. Back to Guillen with the right foot. It's Lixie Rodriguez, but Wiltshire there. The first to that ball. Cruz on the right foot. That one goes wide. A lot of these opportunities coming from those second chances bouncing down on both ends. This one for Costa Rica.
Cruz does a good job here of her defensive position. So she's already thinking, okay, if Jamaica wins this ball, where can I manage the counterattack? So she's inside, picks up the ball, doesn't get it on frame, but it's good rest defense from her. Now you're going to get to see in these last 10 minutes which coach has the most guts, right? Which team is really going to go for it here and try to say, all right, we got to open it up.
Shaw on the turn finds Carter. Carter all alone in the penalty area. Looks like she may have to recycle, but still facing up. She does recycle through Wiltshire. Floated to the back post. Well defended by Koto. And you're right. Will they go more defensive for these last few minutes or more attacking? Jamaica certainly looks like they want to go for it as Spence has a lot of space. And now the whistle goes. The offside flag is up from Catherine Nesbitt.
This is your center midfielder. Watch a run from Spence. Really intelligent run there as she button hooks around, but she is offside. It's a good call by Nesbitt. Really experienced referee. But both of these teams and the way that they play, they're most effective when they have those midfield runs. Maybe not most effective for Jamaica as Bunny Shaw is their prime option. We haven't seen that a lot from Costa Rica. Oh, guess who's down again?
A bit of a late challenge there on Guillen and takes another hard hit as that one was going over the inline. But you're right, those runs from midfield's generating opportunities. We take another look at this last confrontation.
And she just goes all after it. The commitment there by Guillen is brilliant. But she is going to find herself submerged in an ice bath after this game.
Yes, and just hit out of the air on that one going full speed. So some harsh timing for Guillen there on the challenge.
She leaves her feet. It doesn't look like it's much from Blackwood there, but because she committed, Guillen committed so much to that cross, she's fully in the air. It's not going to take much to get her off balance. Unfortunately, she lands straight on her backside.
And again, taking a look, and you're right, just out of the air, and Blackwood even pulls up a little bit on that one, but it's still a hard fall.
Yeah, that landing. Donut, anyone? Or calf massage? I don't.
No goal. Seems like this going to straight to penalty, people. Seems like it's going to straight to pen.
She'll play it safe. That one will go out for a throw-in. And both of these teams continue to look to go forward. 8 shots total so far in this game for Costa Rica, 6 for Jamaica. Jamaica leading 4-3 in this second half in shots, where Costa Rica was on top 5-2 with generating opportunities going forward in the first half. Rodriguez taking on, draws a couple players, finally tackled away, play on. Foul called on the center midfielder, Drew Spence.
She's been such a bright light for this team, though, centrally, because she adds a little bit of grit and willingness to just covers ground. There she gets a little too much of the Costa Rican player. I really like what I've seen so far in just her 5th cap as a Jamaican international.
It's Kristen Granados with the service. Koto to the backside, just too far. Gives everything to try to keep that one in, but it'll be a goal kick nonetheless. As we approach the last 5 minutes in regulation, if this does go to overtime, it'd be the 3rd straight third-place game to go to overtime in the Concacaf W Championship.
Casey, careful. We don't want that. We want a winner. It just kind of has felt like that from the beginning, though, that it was going to be one of those games that was going to ask for extra time.
And Bailey Gale with the cross. But it certainly hasn't been one that's just been played in the middle third.
No.
Both teams look like they want to end it here in regulation, but both teams defensively also very disciplined.
That's what's been the difference, is the way these two teams have defended throughout the entirety of the tournament has given them confidence to know that they could go into this game and make it difficult for the opponent to break them down.
And you mentioned Drew Spence a minute ago on the defensive side. She's really looked bright going box to box, attacking wise as well, to your point of generating some opportunities for Jamaica.
She has a lot of range, and she spent 14 years at Chelsea and England, so she's been playing a high level for a long time.
Wiltshire gets around, right-footed ball. Benavides just stays in the perfect spot. Carter now to the near post, and Benavides is down. Was hit by Shaw, and Shaw also seemed to come up hurt from that one, but play did go on as Carter had the opportunity.
Wiltshire's been really good since she's come in, and this is what she adds, is the ability to get forward. And Shaw gets a little touch on that, and it's just the swing through here. Benavides, I think, clips. It's actually on the backswing where she clips Shaw. Takes a lot of heat out of her clearance, goes straight to Carter. Unfortunately for Jamaica, those are the moments where typically they've found a way. They've been very opportunistic. They've gotten numbers into really good spots. There was that opportunity for Carter earlier in the match. It was Jody Brown, Khadijah Shaw in the first half.
And it was just a matter of timing there, a little touch by Shaw on the ball. Then Benavides came through it, then a touch on the ankles. And Benavides has been really good in that center back role, though. So for Costa Rica, this is an important moment.
Yeah, we haven't talked about her much, right? So it means she's doing everything right. Just solid at organization, making it difficult for Jamaica. She covers ground really well. You can see why your teammates are maybe shouting for a foul there, but there's nothing there.
And she has the most minutes for any player in the Concacaf W Championship so far with 399 minutes. So a player that has just been so reliable for Costa Rica. And to your point, just solid on the ball over the tournament, a 93% success rate with passing. So not only defensively doing work, but able to contribute out of the back as well.
Valverde clearly saw something that she was not happy with. Coach that knows very well that these dying minutes of the game are so crucially important. Jamaica has looked really comfortable recognizing the leggy Costa Rican side of doing this, of playing through the lines, utilizing their center midfielders to help build up.
Good play through that middle third area between Spence, Shaw, and Solon. Now some space in the wide area, but coming inside is Bailey Gale. That one not on frame, goal kick.
There's a little frustration there from Shaw because Costa Rica looked tired, and Bailey Gale just gave them the easy way out. A shot from distance, not challenging Solera at all. So there's a little frustration there as Jamaica had a lot of players in that attacking third, wanting a little bit more patience from them because chances are not going to be very. There's maybe two more chances for each team in this. We have seen a couple stoppage time goals in this tournament, though.
There have been 2 in the second half stoppage time so far. That will be coming up on here shortly. There's going to be 6 minutes added, so a lot of time to your point, and as we get the indication right there from our 4th official. But the substitutions for Jamaica between Wiltshire getting up on the near side flank and then Solon and Bailey Gale have really seemed to have an immediate impact going into the attack.
Well, Solon is a much better possession-oriented player where I think what Donaldson was thinking about starting Primus is she can cover a lot more ground than Solon can. And so that's just the fact of what her attributes of a player are. And she did a really good job defensively of making it difficult. Alvarado barely saw the ball, but now this Costa Rica squad is a little bit more tired, so Solon is finding the pockets and finding that next pass where Primus wasn't quite doing that in her time in the game. So I like those substitutions from Donaldson. Here she is on the ball.
Overlapping run from Blackwood as Bailey Gale comes into the inside space. The left foot of Blackwood, that one just too close to Solera, and she's able to make the save. Solon does have 1 assist, that one coming against Haiti on the second goal by Shaw. So a player that can definitely set up the players around her. And you're right, it's just starting to go through her in midfield and especially helping with the change of point. Benavides. Murray dropping on Rodriguez, but Rodriguez gets around off the post. It bounces all the way across to the other side of the penalty area.
What a lucky team. Oh my
But
God.
Jamaica able to recover.
Costa Rica
and
close
just
to score, man.
So close for Costa Rica.
What in the world? Rocky Rodriguez does not ever miss that. And it's Benavides with a beautiful ball, and she did it in the first half too to find Rodriguez, or Herrera, excuse me, in a seam along the back line.
Wow. You're not going to get much more of a golden opportunity than that, and did the hard part of bringing that ball down under pressure. Venegas now trying to build out. Solon trying to go the other way. 3 runners in the box for Jamaica, but the service again just not able to find anyone.
That's where a little bit of the freshness and to this national team for Bailey Gale. This is just her 4th cap. She's one of those players that played youth in England, on the under 17 team, on the under 18 team. A couple of appearances in this W championship, but those are the moments with experience, you know, okay, I have a little bit more time. I can take a first touch. I can be just as quick with 2 touches as I could with 1 and be more effective.
And still the game going from end to end as Shaw will get onto this one. Has Carter at the top of the box, but Shaw goes herself to the left. Back post, but blocked. Very well defended there by Benavides. And some opportunities on both ends. Raquel Rodriguez having the last one. She's at 6 goals. If she scores another one, it will be her 7th, which would tie her with Shirley Cruz for the most for a Costa Rican in the Concacaf W Championship. Ooh. Well defended, last-ditch tackle by Villalobos. Corner kick coming up for Jamaica.
It was good movement because here on the near side. Oh, here's that look for Costa Rica. The ball slips in behind, and Rodriguez does so well to use her body to just off-put Murray. Opts with the inside of her right foot near post, and the margin of error there is really short, really small. And then on the other end, we've been back and forth now as tired legs prevail. Shaw's cross gets blocked. Still action, Casey.
All Rebecca Spencer could do is look at that one right on the other end, but now Blackwood goes in, but tired legs perhaps once again, but she'll get a second chance. This one floats into a more dangerous area, just not a lot of pace, and it's cleared. So Jamaica waiting for a clear opportunity as it's back to Blackwood, who took the initial corner kick. In-swinger, well defended and headed out. The late challenge called on Blackwood. Lexi Rodriguez is the player down for Costa Rica.
It's a good decision by Blackwood, though, because if she goes there and she wins it, her team keeps numbers in the attacking third. If she doesn't win it and Costa Rica gets out, well, then they're on a counterattack against tired legs and an unstructured defense for Jamaica. She opts to foul, slows everything down, and takes a few more seconds off this.
Worth the risk, right?
It's definitely worth the risk.
And we're getting down towards the end of this added time. Costa Rica perhaps trying to generate something going forward. They had that last opportunity through Raquel Rodriguez. Then Jamaica spent a couple minutes down in their attacking half. And there it is, right on the dot of that 6th extra minute. Costa Rica and Jamaica 0-0 in this third place matchup here at Estadio BBVA. A lot of end-to-end action between these two teams. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back to get into overtime. Costa Rica 0, Jamaica 0.
Wow, that was an interesting 0-0, but Costa Rica, Jamaica. But man, this game, Costa Rica should win this game easily in the 99 minutes. In the 99 minute, man. They create the most chance. They're supposed to score, and they didn't score. And that's what happened when you don't finish your chance. So Jamaica still in it. Jamaica still have a chance, to qualify for the Olympic. But it's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be extra time. So it's going to be another 30 minutes for both teams. Can Costa Rica get it? Can Jamaica win it? I believe this is going to go to the wire, and I believe it's going to penalty shootout. What do you guys think? Do you believe Costa Rica going to win, or you guys believe that Jamaica going to win? People, once you join the stream, you can hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Say something. 100 of you guys in the comment section. I haven't seen you guys say anything. Full time. No, we have a Christmas. My God. Yes, people. But the next couple minutes is going to start back. Less than 2 minutes is going to start back. So you're at the right place to get the full coverage of the game. All right. Legs tired. 5 games for both team in the last 2 weeks. So a lot of game, man. A lot of game. Players getting tired, but who want it the most going to get it. And remember, both teams qualify for the World Cup. You know what I mean? Both teams qualify for the World Cup, people. So both team fighting for the. So the second half going to begin here now. The first after 15 minutes going to begin in. 1 more minute for the kickoff, for the extra, real all about it. Very close game by both country. Both teams know them one another similar, so it's going to start here now. Let's kick it off. Let's get the ball rolling. Hit that like button, people. Hit that subscribe button.
Back in Monterrey, Mexico, Costa Rica and Jamaica are tied 0-0 in this third place game. Both of these teams trying to find that go-ahead goal and try to get to that playoff home and home games to get to the 2024 Olympics. It's been an exciting game so far. A lot of opportunities, even though we don't have any goals so far in this one.
It's what you expect of a third place match because it's been a tight contest for the majority of it, and little lapses have been the difference. Mostly lapses on the attacking side, not being ready to take hold of those opportunities that have shown themselves, because otherwise this could very well be, could have been a 3-2 game.
Yeah, and those spaces starting to open up a little bit more, to your point of the attacking side is coming. It's just little bitty details, and at this level, and especially as games go on, that can be the big separator in these big moments. Some more attacking coming in that second half, with both teams generating a lot of shots. 5-2 at halftime, now 13-12 to favoring Costa Rica. But Jamaica has enjoyed the majority of possession, but both teams very equal in creating opportunities. And we will head into these overtime periods. 2 15-minute periods are awaiting us. No golden goal, as a reminder. And we're underway in this first period of overtime. Costa Rica taking on Jamaica. Costa Rica starting with the possession. I'm Casey White with Jordan Angeli. If you're just joining us, it's been a back and forth affair between these two teams, both second place finishers in the group stage. The teams that have had success in this Concacaf W Championship and are looking to take it even further with a win here tonight.
That's a difficult foul on Gian. We should just call her Gian because it keeps happening again and again. She has taken the worst of it. That one from Trudy Carter. But man, she's tough. She continues to fight and has been really good for this Costa Rica squad.
And actually, the foul's going to go the other direction. So I think it was she took that last hit towards the end as Blackwood steps up to this one. She's so often been the set piece specialist tonight for Jamaica. Anytime they've had an attacking free kick, and most of the time on their corner kicks.
It did look like the referee had her hand to her ear there. I wonder if this is getting looked at. The only thing it could get looked at is a potential red card, and she does have her hand to the ear. So VAR is implemented in this tournament. The VAR is Carol Ann Chenard from Canada.
And play on as Blackwood will go for this service.
It's a good play on. I don't think there's enough there to severely change this game. The loss of a player.
Some good interchange there from Costa Rica. Guillen's pushed further up, and Koto's in ever since coming into the game, and they both have experience in that winger or outside back position as they combine here. Granados looking to take on in the penalty area. Some creativity to try to spring Koto, but a last-ditch tackle from Bailey who's been so good coming out of that midfield role, starting to get less fouls called against her in this second half, the timing much better.
Yeah, she's been good for Jamaica. I've liked what she's added, and really this midfield has progressed over the tournament when you add in a player like Bailey and Spence, getting some of their first caps together on this national team level. Warren Donaldson has to be pleased with the way his team has gelled and been able to implement some of the things that he's asked of them over the course of this 5-game tournament. When Jamaica was trying to play out of some of this pressure early on in this extra time, they were trying to play into space, and this is not the time of the game where they look like they have the legs in them to play into space. So there has to be short, snappy movements from them off the ball to create an angle so they can just play to feet through a little bit of pressure from Costa Rica. But I don't know if Trudy Carter has some of those 90-yard runs in her anymore.
And Bailey has to clear that one out as Raquel Rodriguez putting a lot of pressure on the holding midfielder. Costa Rica will go and take another corner kick. It looks like Alvarado is going to jog over there for the service, the captain.
You saw a couple of substitutions from Jamaica start to make their way to half field. You never know when you stop the game after 90 minutes. Some players, it's really difficult for them to get that energy back up and to be able to compete in these extra 30 that we're into now. It's demanding.
Lixie Rodriguez goes short, but Alvarado with the service. Rodriguez with the initial header.
And that's the ball that Alvarado is so good at. It's just a driven ball, no bend on it at all. Make it easy for Rodriguez.
Wiltshire in the 1v1. Granados is having to chase. She does so, but Wiltshire getting a touch on it. No call. Solera comes across, make sure that no second opportunity comes from that, but that run from the outside back, well, quite a distance before coming to that cross.
Granados trying to keep up with her. Wiltshire was a substitution in the second half. Granados has played the whole entire time, so it's one of those moments where Granados is like, why does this have to be me chasing her?
Doing the work.
Really good work by her, though. She's been great for Costa Rica, Granados. 2 goals, 2 assists. Stabilize the midfield for them and allows Alvarado to sit in and be a little bit more of a possession type. She chases play down.
Bailey Gale was back in that outside back position for Jamaica, and Wiltshire recovering takes over for them. This is the third place game to go to overtime in the Concacaf W Championship as Trudy Carter now on this left side looks to take on in the 1v1. Fresh legs from Kodo. Appeals for the corner kick, and Jamaica will be rewarded with one.
Oh, so much work from Trudy Carter in this tournament, but in this game especially. Can one of these two teams capitalize on some of these set pieces that they're getting, because such a great opportunity for Jamaica here specifically to use Shaw.
Bailey Gale with the service. Shaw gets there initially, then it's Venegas. And some of the service is just a little bit long there to get much power on those headers, but some dangerous opportunities coming on both ends.
Bailey got in Shaw's way as well, and it's Bailey's second ever cap. First time appearing in this tournament, and you know she's going to want to make a difference, but so much attention always flooding towards Shaw. You almost want to be the player not going for the header to say, okay, I'll win the second ball, because Shaw was surrounded by a couple of different players there.
And really, as the game goes on, you think that service for both sides will become more important, because maybe the energy to get on the header, there has to be more pace on it, maybe closer to the goal to create an even better opportunity on frame.
Otherwise, we're going to Second straight penalties.
Now I tell you not to say that.
Got you back.
We're going to have some substitutions coming into the game. Chinyelu Asher and Kiki Van Zanten will both enter. They'll be replacing Jade Bailey and Trudy Carter. So two players coming into the game that have had some appearances. Jade Bailey in her first appearance doing a lot of work in that midfield space, but Chinyelu Asher coming into the game. And we'll go into that midfield role. Started in the last game against Canada, and then Trudy Carter, the winger, will be the one being replaced by Calissa Van Zanten.
Van Zanten has some pace, so she replaces a exhausted Carter. She'll be a willing runner for this team, so a good outlet for Jamaica in transition. But Chinyelu Asher this has been her spot, that sixth role for Jamaica over the last handful of years. So she has the ability to not only win the ball for this team, but her decision-making can be really good in that center position to help Jamaica get out on the break.
This will be a throw-in deep in the end for Kodo. The second half substitute coming into that outside back position. On the turn, and Guillen with the tackle. Kodo a little creativity, trying to avoid pressure. Bailey Gale putting a lot of pressure on, and the whistle does come. Foul's going to be called, and Costa Rica will have a set piece a little bit closer than a corner kick, but similar to the same opportunity they have gotten recently.
I've liked the way that Kodo and Guillen are working in this channel together. It's hard to track when you don't know which player is going to play in an advanced position or in a more defensive position. Kodo just gritting it out there to earn a foul. Allow all these players for Costa Rica now to get into the penalty box. And Rocky Rodriguez has scored from a set piece. It was a corner kick early in this tournament.
Alvarado will take the service. This one driven far. Kodo keeps it alive. Venegas with the challenge. Spencer comes across. A lot of pace on that ball going across, creating a second chance opportunity for Costa Rica.
Got driven so well there by Alvarado. Too much on it to challenge Spencer. But if you're Costa Rica, you like the way that
cuts left. A diving last
Goal by Jamaica. Wow. Wow.
Fourth appearance, finding some
Wow.
space on that right flank.
Wow.
Now playing in
What a
possession with
build.
Wiltshire
That's how we should build up.
Spence. It's Wiltshire that goes straight for goal.
That's how you're supposed to build up, man.
Solera on that one, but now Jamaica trading shots on the other end.
And if that would have been the goal Jamaica scores, whoo-wee. Nice little combination from Wiltshire. Van Zanten in that half space on the far side. What that does
1-0 to Jamaica,
get in
guys.
the box. Wiltshire just opts for a shot there.
There's a good combination of trying to play long through Van Zanten. And now this ball slipped in. It's Van Zanten again. A good first touch. The right-footed shot. It's in! Van Zanten just coming into the game. Converts in the 102nd minute on a split ball from the midfield. What a finish for the 20-year-old.
She's been so good coming in off the bench because Van Zanten has watched and saw that, okay, this Costa Rica squad is a little stretched and she knows where the space she wants to go. So she pulls the outside back into that channel on the outside, and Spence,
man, what a brilliant pass, man.
Van Zanten, she takes the first touch.
That's a brilliant pass.
Solera's outstretched arm. Beautiful goal by Van Zanten, and Jamaica adding a little bit of fresh legs is the perfect move from Donaldson. The right time.
A very timely sub coming into the game. Her fourth appearance in the Concacaf W Championship, getting a very timely goal as she comes in. A lot of pace, but also a lot of skill finishing that one in the side netting.
in the second half, I was talking about how you have to manage the subs and not just within the 90 minutes, but who's going to play and be that spark of energy once overtime hits. And that's where Donaldson won in that sub. He knew he had some pace still on the bench, opts to go with Van Zanten at a time where you could tell Costa Rica and Jamaica were a little bit stretched. There was space to be had, and Spence and Van Zanten took opportunity where it was.
And as that game goes on, those spaces definitely getting bigger. And it was a 0-0 game until that 102nd minute finish. And there is going to be a substitute now coming in for Costa Rica. It'll be Shirley Cruz. We'll take a look at that finish from Van Zanten. Just a little chip to that back post.
And a little timid there from Solera. She comes out, so the aggressiveness to come out off her line is good, but her arms are so close to herself. If she outstretches her arms, makes herself a little bit bigger there, she might have blocked that.
And that last sub was Shirley Cruz coming in for Raquel Rodriguez, a player that certainly knows how to score goals for this Costa Rican national team. So perhaps she can figure something out. There will still be the second period of overtime that we will go to as we get towards the end of this first one. And actually, there's never been a scoreless third place game. So we were on track for that at 0-0 as this foul's called. But if not for Kiki Van Zanten, it could have remained 0-0. But now Jamaica enjoying that 1-0 lead.
This is where the rubber meets the road, right? Where we really get to test and see is the structure that Jamaica has had in these defensive postures, is it going to pay off? Because now they're going to defend for their lives. But there are going to be more opportunities in transition for them with this defensive and attacking approach from Costa Rica.
Kodo playing it, it deflects. So Tara Murray strong in the air to win that one. It'll be a corner kick. Some nervy moments here for Jamaica as we get towards the end of this first overtime period. Granados will serve this one. Alvarado's taken the last few. This one again back to Kodo, but just too far away to be able to really put that on frame. And Spencer will take her time for the goal kick. We'll have 2 minutes of additional time added to the end of this first overtime period. Our center official, Marie-Soleil Bowden, will speak to Spencer to speed this up a little bit. Shaw helps that one on, and Van Zanten with the fresh legs will put some pressure on Solera. Well dealt with as it's cleared out towards midfield. Couple of heavy legs there, just reaching to try to get something on those deflected balls. What I've been impressed with is Jamaica through about midway through the second half and on, they started playing out of the back, and they recognized that they could play through Costa Rica in possession type moments. And so they've built some confidence through that in the game. And now when Costa Rica is more tired and will give up more opportunities because they're going to try to attack, throw numbers forward, Jamaica feels good about playing through the seams out of pressure. And how big has Havana Salon been for that, coming into that attacking midfield role and just finding those little pockets of space?
Really good substitutions, and credit Donaldson for bringing players in at the right time. I do think the players he started with added some grit centrally and just some coverage of the field. But then he brings in Asher and most recently and Solon in that second half, and it's really added to what this midfield can do in possession.
And that'll be the end of the first half. There's the goal scorer for Jamaica, the 102nd minute strike from Calissa Van Zanten. That's the separation so far as Jamaica has the 1-0 lead in this third place game and 15 minutes separating them from a potential playoff spot against the losing team of USA Canada, which will be later this evening. So both teams going over to the sideline. Jordan, what are these coaches saying to them in these moments?
Well, first, I think they're both starting off with focus. The mentality right now is more important than it's ever been because there are a lot of tired legs out there on the pitch. So mentality has to be the first thing that they think of, staying focused in key moments. I think if you're Lauren Donaldson, you're saying don't give up any set pieces. We can't give up corner kicks. Everything has to be cleared far and away out and make Costa Rica come back at you through a buildup. And if you're Costa Rica, you might have to change structure a little bit and throw more players forward. Go into a 3-4-3 or a 4-2-4 almost that just leaves two players back and your outside backs get forward into the attack. So it looks, you just have to be aggressive because right now there's nothing to lose. You're already going to the World Cup. Both these teams are already going to the World Cup. What's on line here is a spot to maybe potentially go to the Olympics. So here's a time that you can test yourself. Okay, if we're a goal down in extra time, what can we do to help win the game? I think you have to be pretty aggressive and try to change things.
And perhaps Shirley Cruz could be essential coming in with some fresh legs, has had 4 appearances, captained the 2015 World Cup team, so much experience, not only in midfield, but also scoring goals for Costa Rica. So to your point, we'll see if things change or if it's personnel that's able to make the difference here as we're underway in this second overtime period. I'm Casey White. Jordan Angeli is with me on the call. We're loving this game. It's been very end to end, although no goals coming until that 102nd minute one from Kiki Van Zanten, just scoring right after her substitution entering into this one. Again, both of these teams have secured the World Cup berth, but neither team has represented their nation at the Olympic Games. So a huge opportunity for both as Murray steps to the midfield line and commits the foul.
That was a pretty aggressive foul there by Satara Murray, who's just starting to play with this Jamaican squad, and they're happy to have her as one of those center backs. She dipped around the English youth teams. Now has found her home as a Jamaican international.
Alvarado with the service. Again, Murray with the header. It's flicked on, though. Spencer has to come out, but deals with that one quite composed. Rebecca Spencer so solid in goal, and she will potentially have to come up very big in this second overtime period for Jamaica.
But what do you think she would be the most confident person to come up big? Because she's been the most challenged goalkeeper in this tournament. She's had to make gigantic saves to keep her team in it. And her confidence that has built throughout each single game has really helped this Jamaican squad.
Bailey Gale doing well there, to earn the corner kick. There could be a little bit of a stoppage here. Khadijah Shaw is down after the challenge, and our center official will go take a look. And Rebecca Spencer, like you were talking about, does have 2 shutouts in this one. That 1-0 one, maybe not one more critical than that, with how tight the score was against Mexico. So registering that clean sheet there, and also against Haiti in the 4-0 victory.
And Jamaica didn't have much possession in that game. They sat back, they defended really well. It forced Spencer to make some saves, which we're probably going to see here in these last 10 plus minutes of extra time.
That's a challenge between Shaw and Benavidez, and another challenge with Asher, but
I thought that was the worst one.
I did too.
But what looked like happened with Shaw there is, as they got in the challenge, it was the player that was falling on the ground, I think, actually cleated Shaw.
Khadijah Shaw is going to have to come over to the sideline, so we'll see what happens with her potentially re-entering. But some big moments here for Jamaica. A player down, at least momentarily. They do have the corner kick on the other side, but have to be aware in transition.
look like they're going to be too aggressive sending. There's only 2 players down 3. It looks like, okay. They were just getting organized. Yeah, their rest defense here, they're going to have a lot of players back just managing a potential counterattack.
Bailey Gale plays that one across. Spence is the first to it, even with limited numbers forward. Van Zanten again, and now Solera will clean it up for Costa Rica. Playing it safe. Wiltshire clears this one. Asher doing well to keep it with Salon, and still a back 4 for Costa Rica, so nothing has changed yet quite tactically as they try to create numbers forward and try to go for that equalizer.
They've just been outworked, especially centrally, over the last 40 minutes of this game. That's why I'm saying change the structure, because if you're not going to win the possession through the middle of the field, just dump it long and go press the ball and try to win first and second balls. Or if you can't win that, have enough players in the attacking half to then counter press, make it difficult for Jamaica to get out of their own end.
Player down for Costa Rica. It looks to be Granados, as Koto is going to come over. She appears to be in a bit of pain, and that's not a good sign for Costa Rica, as the center midfield leads their scoring, tied with Alvarado with 2 goals in the qualification final round, and she'll need some medical attention. It looks like there is going to be a substitution coming. Michelle Montero preparing to come in. And Granados is going to be the player that's going to come off the field as Montero enters.
Just take a challenge, yeah. That looks like a pretty severe calf cramp there with her foot just in a pointed position. She's not a ballerina. She doesn't have to be on point. That's just how exhausted these players are. Her muscle just cramping. That's all we're going to see of Granados, who's had a spectacular tournament when you're talking about the midfield of this Costa Rican squad. Won't be able to continue here. And this might be good because they do need a little bit of freshness in the center of the park.
Yeah, Montero coming in for her 3rd appearance. All have been substitution appearances. Currently plays for Cruz Azul in Liga MX Femenil. So player that might have some fresh legs, as you mentioned, coming into that midfield space. But you talk about maybe making not only some changes with playing more direct, but does Costa Rica maybe go to a 3-back, maybe a 3-4-3, try to win that midfield battle? Or just continuing to stay in their shape?
This is what I'm saying. This is a key. I think yes, because what do you have to lose right now? You're already losing. If you get another goal scored against you, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. What matters is figuring out ways and trying things to say, okay, we need a goal. Are we comfortable switching formations in a game that matters? I think we have to kind of all see and try it. Probably easier said than done. You guys
Yeah, well, and you have the attacking presence of Koto and Kian, so maybe they just have a higher starting position. Maybe it's a system of play change, but definitely going to need to figure out ways to win that midfield battle or bypass it altogether. That is going to be a free kick to Costa Rica, and certainly the service is now become increasingly more important. Jamaica has done extremely well, and these are moments of focus for them as this service will come from Alvarado, or at least it appears so, as Rodriguez does start to make way in, and manager Valverde is speaking with their captain. Right-footed service, just not enough trajectory on that, and Wiltshire able to clear it out to Bailey Gale. Lots of space. Recognition for Bailey Gale to hold it up, but not able to find Spence. And
Oh, she forgot. I think she would have gotten there.
Slip ball in.
She underestimated how Ryder is back by Alvarado just really off. Trying to stress at the same time. It also makes you think just about the demand of these games and in a World Cup in New Zealand and Australia. They're probably not going to face these types of temperatures. It is going to be the winter time down there, so it's not going to be as warm.
94 degrees Fahrenheit to your point to start this
so
one. No
hot.
chance of rain in sight and not much wind. So it's definitely a warm one here in Monterey.
But I
And
think
5 games also being played.
I think what we see from it also think what's our sports nutrition look in this? Like how can we help ourselves if we do have to go into an exercise situation? How are we feeding ourselves in those moments to make sure we're not cramping key parts of the match? I mean, something you can't control, but what they can control is things like that.
Benavita's looking to spray this one long. Koto helps it on. Satara Murray there. Costa Rica just looking to do anything into that penalty area that might cause problems for Jamaica. The 2v2 there, but well defended. A heavy pass from Koto, and it'll be a goal kick. And certainly Jamaica will take their time in moments like these as the last 5 minutes are coming up of overtime.
Clearance by Jamaica wasn't convincing. It was high and wide. Not easy to do even those bounces. Are difficult to get the ball back on the ground and to create much out of it as we saw there from Rica. So those are the types of little management skills that Jamaica has done so far has done really well since they took the lead.
Spencer goes long towards midfield, and that midfield battle we were referencing continues on as Spence challenges. A little spell of possession here as a bit more of a disciplined shape defensively from Jamaica. They have this 1-0 lead as Asher provided a little bit of chase. Shaw trying to go through. She makes it through. Shaw on the left foot. Good composure back to her right. They're scrambling, and finally it's blocked.
Center back scores from Rica have now blocked 2 opportunities like that for Honey Shaw. It was originally Benavides, and this time it's Chinchilla. Look at this recovery on Chinchilla. She goes straight to goal, gets down to cover the first shot, then blocks the second shot. Absolutely ridiculous from her to help keep her team within a goal, which could be monumental for them.
You can see the recovery of Benavides right in behind, just in case she hadn't blocked it twice already.
Good center back partner right there.
Vegas trying to create something through midfield, but Jamaica just has lots of numbers. A tough tackle from Spence. Feet from Rodriguez. Now it's Cruz.
Settle the game down. She's not going to cover a lot of ground. She'll connect every pass that she gets.
Villalobos with the strike from distance. Spencer will take these moments, precious ones, off the clock as it counts up for the end of this second overtime period.
A lot of space here from Villalobos, and it's an ambitious strike there, especially against one of the best goalkeepers in the tournament.
Rebecca Spencer motioning to the side for a little bit of help.
Even though this England, Birmingham City, Chelsea. Now we've popped up. So this is where a little gamesmanship comes in.
Certainly there will be some time added on for this as well, but just some time to compose themselves. Costa Rica potentially getting a little more possession there. The outside backs getting more forward, but Rebecca Spencer back to her feet. Lauren Donaldson looking on the head coach just since June 1st of 2022, although has that experience in the 2019 World Cup as an assistant coach under Hugh Menzies, but taking over just recently. We'll just have these final 30 seconds of regulation, and then 4 minutes of additional time is going to be added on. So still lots of time in this one, and a high boot from Drew Spence. And a yellow card is going to be coming out of the pocket in the 120th minute. The midfielder for Jamaica has done a lot of work defensively coming into this game with the most ball recoveries in the tournament with 14. But this one, extremely high.
I think it's 15 on that one, but she's been covering a lot of ground. Not just a tired leg. You don't want to win the space, so you just reach for the ball. But here's a set piece of Alvarado is doing a good job of pinging in. It looks like Solera is going to find her way into the mix as well. This is who you want the ball. This is what you want the ball at right now.
Playing short to Alvarado. Benavides launched in, flicked on, kept alive, but it's Spencer again coming up big, just dominating that penalty area in these set pieces, looking for her third clean sheet.
If she doesn't win Golden Glove,
She's been fantastic.
She's been fantastic. She's been challenged. If you look at the, no disrespect to the goalkeepers for Canada and the United States, but the amount of work she's had to do for this Jamaican squad has put her a step above. I mean, that's granted in this second game, we don't see 85 saves, right? She's been amazing. Really good pickup.
The foul call, Chidelu Asher just getting that touch in just prior to the challenge from Cruz. Some more moments off the clock here as now Jamaica earns the attacking free kick.
Jamaica's really managed the game well, so I think that's something that Donaldson is going to look at. Are there a couple of things they could do better? Absolutely, there always is. But since they've gone up, they've done a good job to not cross too many balls and allow Costa Rica to get away in a counter quickly off the punt from Solera. They've put crosses high and wide, drawn a lot of fouls, all the things you want to do in those last typically 10 minutes when you're up a goal, but for this, it's been the second part of this extra time.
How do you combat that if you're Costa Rica? Just under 2 minutes left, and obviously Jamaica doing a good job here down the corner. That's not probably the way they wanted to go, and the yellow card is shown as Shaw went down. Lixie Rodriguez was shown the yellow card in the 123rd minute, and this just ticks away time as Jamaica will certainly try to keep it in that corner. Let's take a look.
That one, Shaw gets the yellow card. The way you combat it is you have to be aggressive, you have to win the ball, but you can't do it at the expense of a foul. You want to make sure you do everything on the field. Don't let the ball go out of bounds. That's just seconds that can be taken off or then added at the discretion of the referee. It doesn't surprise me that Shirley Cruz is not next trying to win the ball.
Salon takes over through Spence as Shaw goes down into that corner. Earns another throw-in, so Jamaica doing extremely well right now to see out these minutes here.
Almost really big to need the second player to come. So Rodriguez is doing a good job of holding up the first player, or the attacker for Jamaica, but then you have a second defender comes through the ball and keeping it out.
Van Zanten keeps possession now through Salon. activity there. Just a little bit of keep away here down in the corner. 4v2 now becoming a 4v4 there, but Jamaica still figuring out how to get that throw in deep in their end. Now a handball going to be called against Lixie Rodriguez, and surely we'll be seeing pretty much the end of this one as Jamaica inches closer to getting the win in this third place game.
It did look like an awkward throw in for Salon, and that's what everybody's yelling about, but it didn't look like she got it all the way over her head.
And that's it. That's the final whistle. Jamaica 1-0 winners over Costa Rica in this third place matchup.
Well, Jordan Casey, thank you so much. A thrilling win for Jamaica in extra time, and again, courtesy of Kiki Van Santen to cap their tournament with a place in the two-leg Olympic playing series, which takes place in 2023, and that will be against the runner-up of our next match. It's the one that we've all been waiting for. It's the United States against Canada, and right here at BBVA Stadium, the finalists have arrived. They were just named
Okay, guys, go over to the match reaction. Join us over the live right now. Okay.